Hey, good morning, everybody. Hello. Scott, hello.
Hello, good morning.
Rafe, hello.
Hello.
Moon, hello.
Energy up.
Learn.
Shine down.
Hi.
Hello. Here we are, guys. We're live on this Wednesday. Yes, that is me clapping because I feel good today.
Get the slow clap going, you guys.
Nah,
All right.
doesn't work. Didn't work.
I don't like that.
This is good on the radio.
Didn't work.
Not a good audio
What
format.
a lame thing.
I know. Terrible start to the show.
My
guys, but
apologies.
That's okay.
Well,
That's okay.
You guys didn't yes and it, so that's on you a little bit.
Yeah, what do we got? Today, tomorrow, Friday, and then next week, and then we're done. Mm-hmm. Done for the year. I'll miss you guys so much.
Me too. I was thinking about that last night. I enjoy being around y'all, and
Well,
there's
I
a
love
certain
just-
essence.
I love just chopping it up, just shooting the breeze with you guys every morning. It's fun.
Nice.
Yeah, well, I got to get a lot of stuff off my chest. Stuff that grinds my gears, if you would. And I was trying to look back on, some of the more annoying trends of 2024, and whether you guys are into them or not. Mm-hmm. Like some of the big popular trends of 2024. For example, broccoli haircuts.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. And I haven't liked
it's annoying.
it since 6th grade because my 6th grade teacher, Mrs. Morris, had a broccoli haircut. Like this Patrick Mahomes experience that these young men are rocking these days.
That's what it is.
My 6th grade teacher, Gay Morris, had that haircut, dude.
Now, was he?
Those
His
guys
name
called
is
him?
Morris, or is he?
Her name was
Okay.
Gay Morris. Gay with an E, as they do in the 50s.
Gay? I thought it was Morris who is gay. No,
No, it's Gay Morris.
Gay
she
Morris.
was the best.
but she had a broccoli haircut.
She had a broccoli haircut.
Now all the teenagers, the teenage boys, are rocking the broccoli haircuts. I don't like it.
I do like the pictures where it lines up next to, like a grandma next to the young guy and they have the exact same haircut.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Well, they're working for it. Like some of us kind of have it naturally.
Some of us have it naturally.
I did
And-
watch a video.
It's interesting to see the kids that spend an hour working on doing the broccoli on top.
That's hilarious.
For some reason, I was fed a video of a kid being like, how to get big broccoli hair or whatever. And the links they go to with the comb and the hairspray to get it, I'm just like, that's a lot of work for that.
Yeah, a lot of work for it, and it doesn't look great.
Yeah. We did some pretty wild stuff, though, too.
For sure.
The frosted tips flipped up in the front. In hindsight,
In
wasn't,
hindsight, yes, mistakes were made.
The upside down visor.
That's just the pictures they are
The
going
faux hawk.
to. They're just taking the pictures that they will regret in 20 years.
Yes.
I went to the Suki Waterhouse show last night at the factory. I was the oldest and the tallest person at this show. And
You were the tallest person at the show?
yes, I had heels on. I'm 5'3", so I was maybe 5'5", maybe last night. And I could see over people's heads, and that's never happened to me.
So this is Suki Waterhouse.
This is Suki Waterhouse. This is Robert Pattinson from Twilight's baby mama.
Okay, are they together?
They are together. He
Okay.
could have been there last night. We all were like,
I would have
wondering.
felt it.
Crowd surfing.
Like they had a baby last year. The baby was probably there, and this is a bus tour. So I just figured that there's a baby and
There's a baby
and
on the
Bob
bus.
that bus. Anyway, band called Bully opened up. It was a chick crowd, best smelling crowd I've ever been a part of.
Well,
at a
all chicks.
concert. But there were a couple of guys that walked by who had it was reminiscent of Devon Sawa and this bowl cut of the 1990s.
The bowl cut.
Yeah, like the very pushed back, kind of longer, shaved underneath. It was the 90s. This kid walked by. I go, is that my boyfriend from the 90s? Like, it looked very
Looks
similar.
out of place.
At the show, it looked great. Everybody was so stylistic last night.
Well, what do you think of the broccoli haircut?
I don't like that.
And it's 100% Pat Mahomes' fault.
Absolutely, it is.
Well,
Who popularized it? I
there's
think he
two
did.
versions of that haircut. There's the Pat Mahomes version, and then there's the banana hand version, where it's all flipped up in the front. Pat didn't do that.
Don't you think Blanche from Golden Girls did this?
Yeah, possibly.
Good call.
Thank you.
Everything's
That's
Seen that
really cool.
TikTok of the parents making fun where the guy puts like bananas on his head.
No. No, I
Dude,
never
that's
saw that.
gotten billions of views. It's like two kids with those haircuts, like mewing in front of a thing, and then it's the mom and dad, and he just puts bananas on his head, and it looks just like the kid's head.
That's funny.
You gotta
that's
be able
funny.
to find that. Let me.
Nah, I pick up the boy at school, and it's just all these broccoli heads walking out.
Freaking produce section, dude.
All these broccoli heads walking out. Okay. Stanley Cups.
Oh yeah, that was this
This
year.
was a big year for the Stanley Cup.
At least it's utilitarian. I mean, I wouldn't go for like the coveted Stanley Cups, but I mean, they do keep your beverage nice and tempered, however you want it. So I don't think we need to throw that under the bus.
No, you okay with the old Stanley Cup?
I don't think we need to kill somebody to get a cup, but I think they're nice to use.
Pickleball. Big year for pickleball.
Yes.
I think pickleball this year really came into its own. Now, it's been popular for the past couple of years, but I feel like in 2024, pickleball culture
Solidified.
really did. I know at the beginning of the year there was talk about these leagues, like
Yeah.
these pro. It's going to be maybe televised pickleball leagues.
2 years ago, it was like planting its flag, and then this year it was it's here to stay, at least for a little bit.
Are kids playing pickleball?
Yeah.
My kids
yeah.
love pickleball.
So your kids do. Aside from playing with would they play on their own?
The nudist
Or-
colony loved it, or the nudist resort.
No, okay, but sure, but those are people that are in their 30s, 40s,
I was a kid.
50s.
Yeah, if they could, I think they would prefer to do
But
it
do
on their own,
kids play pickleball
with one another.
on their own?
They were. I don't know.
Were they? I mean, if you
believe
go to
so.
that chicken and pickle place up in St. Charles, are there teenagers renting courts?
I don't know, you gotta
or
pay.
Early 20-somethings?
You got to pay for that. Teenagers are usually not doing that, but there's a lot of tennis courts that they put out the little roller mini nets, and I'll see younger folks, probably high school, college kids, playing at the public parks.
There's a nice, I won't say where it's at, but there's a really nice one that's free, a pickleball court, and it's always loaded with teenagers.
I
Oh,
know
yeah?
where it is.
Okay.
I have a free one near me, too. In Baldwin.
Okay. So I guess kids are playing pickleball. I listen.
This kid is.
The couple times I've played, I've had a very good time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to hate on it.
I just sent you guys the banana broccoli hair TikTok. If you can pull it up. If Riz hasn't seen it, it's important.
Okay.
It's 13 seconds long.
All right, let me see if I can pull this up here. Broccoli hair TikTok. No curses?
No, it's literally just kids dancing and then the parents in the kitchen making fun of them. Here we go. The
Okay.
visual.
Oh, it's just a visual thing?
That kid looks like he's wearing.
He looks like a mop.
He looks like Farrah Fawcett.
And
I think Moon almost had that haircut once.
the dude just taped bananas to his head.
The Boston lettuce really does the trick for that kind of
Well,
Farrah
the one
Fawcett
kid looks
hair.
like a mop if you
Like that,
hold it up.
that's what I'm saying. Like that's not a Patrick Mahomes thing. That's something
this is
else.
like flat on top, and then the.
I think that's like anime or something. I don't even know what that is.
It's like Ken in the 70s.
Man, Cybertrucks this year, all over the place.
I'm over them.
You know what? And at first, I was like, man, okay,
They're dumb looking.
kind of cool. When you spot a Cybertruck.
I douche. It just
No. At the beginning of the year. So at early 2024, when you spotted one, you go, and your kids are in the car, go, oh, look, Cybertruck.
Right.
Yep.
It was something. There was something going on there.
It quickly became no. Cybertruck.
Right. Exactly.
Like 2 years ago,
The excitement waned
yeah,
quickly.
it was-
By March, it was like, no, there's a Cybertruck. There's one out by you guys because I've seen it every time I'm leaving the Riz compound or the Elwell estate. And I'm coming home like by Top Golf out there in Chesterfield Valley. I've almost exclusively always seen,
Well, there's a Tesla dealership right there, so maybe.
I feel like I've
Test
seen a
drives.
Cybertruck every time I've been out there. And dude, they just look like my refrigerator that's got fingerprints all over it that you can't get off.
they're Minecraft.
I've seen
I still wanna
plenty of
drive
them,
it, but
and
yeah.
I've never seen one used as a truck. I'm still waiting for
Yeah.
the day to see something that
Being
it's
hauled.
doing like a truck.
Yeah, Tim put an order in. Like when Elon Musk announced, 4 years ago, hey, Cybertruck is coming. And they had like a buy-in. Like,
Oh, yeah, I
threw like
remember.
$100 in. Tim
Yeah.
did. He was like, I am down. I am ready for an EV truck. I'm like, cool. And then we watched the unveiling where he essentially
Broke the window.
Broke the
He
window.
tried
and
to- oh, that's unbreakable glass, and he broke the window.
it looked like a Daft Punk music video gone wrong. And then Tim just canceled his production.
I would like to drive one. I've never driven one.
Uh-huh.
I've never sat in one. I don't know what it's like inside. I would love to.
Okay.
I would love to take one for a test drive.
Why don't we all go to the Tesla
And I'm
dealership?
sure I
I've
could
taken
do.
him before.
And I loved it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I took him to drive the S.
Yes, yeah, it was awesome.
Well, let's go truck out, dude. Let's get our little Cybertruck nuts all together and let's go.
But it's amazing how it went from "ooh, kids, look a Cybertruck," and I was like, "Wow!"
Yeah.
And I was like, there's another. There's
I just go.
another one.
I'm like, what do you do? Like, I don't know. I seriously like.
How much are those? They're
It's kind of the Ed Hardy now of
For
the
sure.
road. You look at it and you go, oh, I know you.
Yeah.
You know
Your
what I'm saying?
jeans are bedazzled. Yeah, it's good.
There's gonna be some flair on those jean pockets when he steps out.
Yeah.
it's
embroidered.
always an older guy.
Yeah, I don't mean it's exactly Ed Hardy. I'm just saying, like, it's somebody trying to say something,
It's when everyone's
but
dad started
we're all
wearing Ed
hearing
Hardy.
something different.
Do you remember when that transition happened when Ed Hardy was cool, but then all of a sudden somebody's dad showed up for like happy hour in an Ed Hardy
Well,
shirt?
because
You're
they started selling them at like Walmart.
like, Marshalls.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean.
Seeing my friend's dad in a Hurley shirt, and I was like, "That's the end of that company."
That's
Well, I want to see
Hurley's so
some.
cool.
I want to see some dads in with broccoli haircuts.
That's kind of what
Hurley's
I mean.
not as popular as it was though, and that's purely got into the dad market.
Hurley, yeah.
And
Oh
kids
yeah.
stopped wearing it.
I think
Oh,
we
yeah.
aged with it or something.
Oh yeah. No, every time I've looked at the driver of a Cybertruck, it's usually somebody older,
Yeah,
Well, I mean, they're-
money?
who's got the money for it.
Yeah, they say they're around $100,000.
I've seen one woman driving one,
Whoa, I have never seen that.
and she was younger.
Was a blinker on, or
I go, what the hell are you doing?
What are you doing, lady?
What are you doing, lady?
What are you
Something
doing?
shady.
Something is
Something
not right
is not
here.
right here. Let me see here. Kombucha, big year for kombucha.
It was Elon in a wig, by the way.
Yeah, it was.
Kombucha big in 2024. I don't like it.
Aw,
I don't
Never
like it.
liked it.
it's
No.
been big for a while, right?
Yeah.
No, it's been big
been
for
a
a
deal.
while, but it's I heard a lot about it this year.
Ever since joining the show, I haven't been drinking as much kombucha. So I
'Cause
think
it's
subliminally
disgusting.
you're getting in.
No,
this
you got to
brain.
reward yourself. If you go to Trader Joe's, you got to reward yourself every time.
Don't let him bring you down.
No.
Still
Drink.
I'm just telling you what I think of it.
My gut health's all off. It's great for the gut.
Go ahead, ratio audience. Try some. Report
Yeah.
back.
Please.
If the
It'll
more
clean
try
you
it, the
out.
cheaper it gets. So keep
Try
trying
some
so the
and
price is
report
gonna-
back.
That's right.
You'll be on my side.
That's like saying try some. That's like saying try soda. And if you try one sip of soda that you don't like, you just write it all off. It's all so different. Each brand is completely different.
Sure.
Well,
I've tried.
yeah, take it from the guy who's tried it once.
Right.
I've tried it twice.
I want to know which brand you
That's
tried.
I don't know. My wife brings this crap
It
in the
matters.
house.
It
So you probably
matters.
got a good one.
It doesn't matter.
Because some of them have as
It
much
does.
soda or sugar as soda.
the brands-
So you got to look at it.
The brands matter.
You do need to look at it. I think you should try it again in 2025. Things have changed.
And
Things
you
have
have
changed.
Yeah, they got
You've
cyber
changed.
kombucha now. Good. Elon makes it.
Yep.
Let me see here. Fantasy football, big this year.
Yeah, even my family got in on that.
Oh, aren't everybody's brackets bursted?
What?
Like this is the time of the year because we're in week 14 or 15.
It's not a brackets thing. Usually these survivor leagues is what
Oh.
we're talking about.
Well, whatever it is, it's around this time of the year. I was reading yesterday that
Yeah.
people are out because everything's trashed at this point. They're not winning.
Yeah, you're running out of survivor pools. You can only pick a team once, and you have to never lose. So they pick all the good teams, and they get to like week 13, and you got to bet on the Browns or something,
Right.
and everybody's out.
Well, yeah, you pick a team to win that week, and then you can't pick the team again for the season.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So by the end, you're getting down to the scrubby teams unless
Right.
you've taken a risk early.
Oh, that sounds fun. I've never done that.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun to see a big upset at the beginning of the year,
Yeah.
and
who
what you
may have
thought was
guessed
a
that?
guarantee And all these people are out now. It's fun. It's fun. Let me see here. This was a big Ozempic year.
Or
Big year
small.
for Ozempic. Mm-hmm. Yeah, making people smaller. Mm-hmm. Still scares me.
I know. What's the after effects going to be?
I don't know.
Sexual promiscuity.
Divorce.
Competence.
Actually, is
Maybe.
Divorce.
Maybe divorce.
Dude, you know what became very clear this year? I've been meaning to talk about this too. Is TV is freaking great. TV is great right now.
TV finally caught on. in
Grandpa is
2024.
here.
I'm telling you, dude. I mean, remember 2020, and then we
TV's
had
in color now.
the writer's strike and all this. It's like it's a total mess, and everybody's
Yeah.
like, "Oh God, our TV's going to suffer."
do?
There are some phenomenal shows out. We have had a great year of television, and we're looking forward to even a bigger year with Severance and a couple other things coming back.
Favorite new show of the year? Go.
I'm a fan. So right now, I've been
Favorite
watching
new show?
very new show. I've been watching Dune Prophecy just because I'm a Dune nerd, and
Dune Prophecy.
it's pretty good.
I do want to see
I
that.
like
Yeah,
Shrinking.
I don't know
was
what that
new.
is.
Yeah, Shrinking was all right.
Shrinking, good. That's Harrison Ford and Jason Segel. I even like that romantic comedy thing with Kristen Bell. My
You
wife
loved
and I
it.
just watched.
Nobody wants this.
That was good.
That was good.
I thought you liked Dune. Didn't you like Dune? And
I never
Dune
saw
2?
the second one.
Holy smokes!
I know.
Bro, get
Oh,
on
you
it.
didn't? Oh,
second one,
please
no.
go.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's great.
No, I had sex with a popcorn bucket, and I was like, I'm done.
I'm done here. Yeah. Well, that's understandable.
I forgot about this.
Yeah, those things were
I was like,
absurd.
you really caught me off guard there for a second. And now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the fleshlight, the sandworm fleshlight.
the sandworm popcorn bucket fleshlight.
It was sex toy of the week.
That's right. Ray, favorite new show of the year?
I thought Fallout was really good.
Fallout
As
was
far as
awesome.
brand
forgot
new
that was this
shows,
Yeah, I'm telling you, this year was great.
Penguin was pretty good.
Oh, Penguin. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, I guess that's kind of an offshoot. As far as original shows that were like
No,
brand new,
Penguin. Everybody's talking about Penguin.
Fallout was great. You know, obviously, if you start getting into like Chimp Crazy and some of the other docs that came out,
This was my Chimp Crazy year. I think that was my favorite.
There was Baby Reindeer. There was Shogun.
Hated it.
Shogun was amazing.
Stopped watching Baby
you guys-
Reindeer after the second episode.
Have you guys seen Landman yet?
No, I want to see that.
That's really-
they're saying
What's
that's
that
filmed in
about?
Yellowstone now.
Yeah, Billy Bob is phenomenal.
We
Is he
also-
wearing his two hats?
We also watched that. What's the hotel one? The Lotus Hotel.
White Lotus.
White Lotus.
Oh, there's a new season coming out.
and Milton's in
Great.
that, right?
yeah, it's one of
Goggins?
those ones. Though season 1 was great. Season 2 was it's like True Detective. It's an anthology, and
But season 2
True
was
Detective with what's her face was really good this
it was
year.
very good this year.
good. Season 2 was good.
Jodie Foster.
I liked it. I didn't like it as much as the first, but it still was good. That Three Body Problem. That was a
Yeah,
good
I never
show.
saw that.
I kept trying and I couldn't get through it.
Oh man, I was just things were good. The TV
All
was
right,
good.
well, you
this
enjoyed TV this year. Good.
TV good.
TV good
TV
for
good.
Moon.
year. TV very good.
I'm sure I'll think of more stuff here.
You gotta watch Dune too, man.
It was cool to
a
see
lot of things I
Tires
gotta
do
do.
well
Oh, Tires. Yeah, that was a good show.
because I know the
Shane
dudes-
Gillis.
Yeah, and my friend Chris is a writer on it, and one of the guys in the show, and they've been trying to get that made for like 3 or 4 years, so it was cool to see them get the win. And
That
it's
was good.
It's easy. It's an easy watch.
Quick watch. 20.
Florida Man.
25 minutes.
Shout out to Florida Man. That show's
Florida Man.
hilarious.
I watched 2 episodes of that. Very good. I've done a lot of starting and stopping.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
we've done that a little bit.
a lot of
we-
starting and stopping.
We do that all the time where it's like, man, we're going to watch, and then we'll go and look.
Yeah.
And we recently watched, like, oh, forgot about that show. Let's go back.
I watched the
Out-
first.
Outer Range and Silo, both awesome.
Yeah. Outer Range is kind of losing its grip in the later seasons, but I'm still holding on. That's
they
gonna-
canceled it.
Great.
They released the second and then
I
canceled.
guess that's that.
That's why I don't watch stuff till it's been out for a few years sometimes. I watched the first episode of Man Inside, the Ted Danson thing last night. I don't know if it's good or bad yet. I can't decide.
Well, I watched the first episode of who played Zeus.
played
What the
Zeus?
hell is his name? The Fly. Jeff Goldblum.
Oh yeah,
He played Zeus.
Really?
that's only a one season.
Yeah, and they canceled. There's not a second season, so I go. Well, I'm not even going to finish this. I'm
Yeah.
not even
They're
going to
not
watch
doing
the second
Zeus
episode.
Deuce?
But that's like saying like just because there's not a second book, you shouldn't read the first book.
Yeah, but they don't.
What-
From what I'm imagining, the first season ends with the hope of a second season, and there is none.
You know
There-
what?
So,
There was a-
so it's like blue balls.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. There was a show called
Noodles.
Dark Matter that was pretty good with Jennifer Connelly. Speaking of Jennifer Connelly, I started watching the show on the iPad. I downloaded episodes for the plane ride. Mm-hmm. Guys, I binged 7 episodes of Snowpiercer, which the movie was very okay.
Show good.
The show is pretty freaking good.
Wow.
Jennifer Connelly again, and a couple other actors you kind of know.
What's it about?
Oh, so the Snowpiercer thing is like the world like totally freezes, and all the rich people like design this train that basically just circles the Earth, and everybody else dies. But the real thing is like it's like a first class and a second class thing,
Yeah.
and a third class for the ticket holders, right? But
It's a metaphor for class society.
But the caboose is basically people that jumped on right before everybody died and got on, and they keep them as slaves, and then they're trying to rebel. And it picks up about 6 years into the whole experiment, and they're all trying to get to the engine. So it's all social commentary and on society and all that kind of stuff. But the show is pretty good. Here's the problem. It was on Netflix because that's the only app that I have on this iPad. And then I went to watch it, and it's gone.
Did you look it up?
Yeah, which I guess I thought it was a Netflix series, but maybe it's an Amazon series or
Yeah, it looks
something
like
else.
it's on AMC Plus now.
Oh, there's
They moved
obnoxious.
it.
Look.
Now you got it AMC
They took it
Plus.
off while I was in the air.
I will say I
Wow.
watched The Man on the Inside shows. The premise is good. Ted Danson's like a retired
Oh yeah, that
guy
one's
who gets
great.
recruited to be a spy, just like a grandpa. And he has to go into a nursing home to catch a jewel thief. And it's kind of like, it's cheeky and funny, but it seems like it's kind of reminds me of Shrinking. It seems like it's going to have a little heart to it. We'll see.
With a gruff older.
Yeah, it's
With a
starting
gruff
out good.
senior citizen.
Yeah,
Who's stuck in his ways. Oh, yeah.
kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
the show.
It's a fun one.
But I watched the preview last night. So I can tell you the 2025 show. It's coming out in January that everybody's waiting for. Severance season
Severance.
2 is
Oh,
about
yeah.
to drop.
Severance is the
Tim's
best.
I got to
show.
finish the first season.
And it looks
Best show of the decade,
wild. It's so good.
That show of the decade. Okay.
for sure.
Damn.
House
Well,
of,
listen, I
House
got
of
some
Dragon
work,
had a good.
I got some work to do on the break.
We found one that it's new to us, but it's been around for a long time because it stopped shooting in 21. But
Cosby
AP
Show?
Bio,
Oh,
you guys
AP
ever seen
Bio.
it?
That's with the guy from It's
Always Sunny. Yeah, it's really.
I think
really
that
good.
hit Netflix, right?
Yeah, it's on one of
Or
those.
Hulu.
Yeah.
That live action Airbender came out. It was pretty good. Avatar.
No, listen, but there's a lot of stuff on TV.
It's all good.
TV talk.
So good.
I want to move on.
Or like a TV
Because I
guy.
want to move on to movie stuff because here's the first lawsuit. Here's the first lawsuit regarding the movie Wicked.
Okay.
All right.
So Wicked is the big thing now.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to see Wicked.
Sequel's going to come out.
Sequel's coming out. You gotta go see Wicked. I'm not seeing Wicked.
I don't know if I am or not either. I don't know. I don't like musicals, though.
I saw it at the
Fox.
the Fox. It
Yeah.
was good.
Is it all music? Here's my thing. I can handle movies with musical songs in them.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's music, if it's people singing through the whole thing, I'm out.
Right.
There has to be some story in between.
You're all right with Wizard of Oz?
I am.
Yeah.
And I'm also cool with like the Rocky Horror Picture Show and
Agreed.
Grease.
And I'll be honest with you, the way these two are carrying on during these interviews they're doing, the
You're
press.
just so annoyed.
I'm just annoyed.
Yeah.
The Ariana Grande and the what's her name?
Arrivo.
Arriva, Cynthia Erivo.
Cynthia Erivo. I got to
They're
say,
just these two are just carrying on. It's insufferable.
I don't
It's
know
so
if I-
they're laying it on so thick.
I was interested until I saw their press.
Well, Disney's thrilled they did press after it's released.
what does it, because I agree on a certain point. I like that they've become friends and they seem to love each other. They have matching tattoos from this experience. But what exactly is it irking you? Like, what about it?
It's just laying it on so thick.
yeah, it's a
It's
movie.
the crying. It's the holding hands.
It's a movie.
It's carrying on.
We're promoting a
It's
movie.
the
such a
holding
tur-
space.
It's just watching these two.
Yeah.
It does not align.
What do you mean, though? Like, I mean, this is how girlfriends can get. Like, this is how we are. You know, like I watch them and their friendship. And
But
I'm
you
going,
know,
oh
when
my god, that's
fine.
me and my best.
But you know,
friend.
when something's too much,
Yeah.
like this is too much.
Sure. This is like Drew Barrymore touching her guests, right? It's the same
just
level.
too much for me.
It doesn't
Okay.
seem real, to be honest. It's
Did it
so.
bother?
It's so much. It's so cartoon and caricature that it doesn't seem real.
It's laying it on so thick.
and
Did
now
the bromance between Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds bother you?
Yes, it did.
It did?
Oh.
I did I not even say it here?
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Well,
I
Ryan
remember
Reynolds
when they-
bothers
Same
you.
way.
You
Ryan
didn't say
Reynolds
anything
bothers
about
me.
them being all over each other.
Not Hugh Jackman though, because he could do it all.
Dude, that
He's
dude
he's
is
a
just no
song
wrong.
enhancement.
Am I right, Scott?
That's honestly, he's the modern day Sammy Davis Jr.
Oh, he is
Honestly,
so gorgeous.
When those two are doing it with the Ariana Grande and the other gal, when
Cynthia Erivo.
they're doing that, they basically combine powers to become Ryan Reynolds.
Here's the
Like,
difference.
it's just too much.
Ryan Reynolds
I
and
don't
Hugh
believe
Jackman were
you
trying
anymore.
to be humorous about stuff, and yes, it got annoying. I did say it was annoying.
Okay, roll the
These two, it's just
It's a show, and
It's so sugary sweet or something.
no, it's not. It's to them, everything's so important, and they're holding hands, and they're feeling each other up, and they're crying, and they're using words and phrases that I don't understand. Like this song, I'm holding space for it. I don't know what that even means.
I refuse to believe that if they actually are like that all the time and they hang out with each other, that they have the energy at the end of the day. I just don't. You can't sustain that kind of energy. It's ridiculous. It's draining.
It's
I think they're
ridiculous.
both talented women that are exuding that talent in this movie, and that's why it's so successful, though. And I think that they're just trying to have. They're still in Oz. I look at them and I go, these two are still thinking they're in Oz. I don't know.
Yeah, it's if they still think that it's
That's
mental
a good
problems.
point. That's a good point.
Makes
You
you
know.
feel better.
If they still think they're in Oz, they need to be in an institution.
But that's a good point. I mean, they have been pretending to be in Fantasyland, like legitimate
okay,
Fantasyland.
like
One of them just found out the other one made 15 times more money for the film.
That wound up
So
not being true.
Oh, dang. So I was like, that'll put a real wedge in friendship.
It wound up. They were paid the same amount of money.
Great.
If they still think they're in Oz, that's an issue.
Yeah, good acting,
Method.
method acting,
Yeah,
dude.
for real.
You know they're playing pretend, right?
If
They're
they
not
still
really
think they're in
witches.
Oz,
Yes.
now I respect it.
Hey. If it's good enough for Daniel Day.
Yeah,
He's
Good enough
another
for Oz.
psycho.
He's another psycho. He is. I mean, what a
is a
guy.
psycho.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
But
Yeah.
thank God for that psychotic.
yeah, you're right.
He's done some wild stuff on set.
Right. You know when he was playing Lincoln, he
Call me.
was Lincoln.
I like his crazy.
Oh, when he did My Left Foot, where he was like I think he was like a paraplegic that like painted with his toes or something. He made people carry him around the
Yeah,
set. He
carry
wouldn't
him
get out of
around.
the chair.
You're right. Maybe I'm a total hypocrite because I appreciate his crazy.
But these two, it's like, man, when somebody says, you know, if Radiohead puts out a new record and says this is the most important thing ever,
Then
no,
I
it's
don't
not.
want to. Yeah,
I
then
don't
I'm
want-
not
you've
going to
al-
listen.
You've already turned me off. Anyway,
If it makes you feel good, the Avett Brothers have a Broadway show called Swept Away that they just came out, and it's about the sinking of a ship called the Mignonette, where they have to cannibalize people. It's a pretty dark story, and they put up an Instagram post. It was like holding space for first mate Jonathan, whatever. I think it's one of the guys that gets eaten or whatever.
Were they
in
being
the play.
serious?
No, I think they were like
Making
they were
fun of this?
spoofing the
Oh, you should.
Wizard of Oz.
Oh, okay.
They could have been serious, but
well, here's the first lawsuit.
based on the matter, I
Here's the
doubt it.
first lawsuit surrounding the movie. Can anybody guess what happened? We've talked about this. We've talked about the story, and now the
For the
lawsuit.
porn stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's a what?
The
Mattel sued after Wicked Dolls list adult film website on packaging.
Gosh.
Mattel has been sued
Oh. Okay.
after the packaging for its Wicked Dolls mistakenly listed the website of
Wicked Films.
an adult entertainment website instead of the official domain. So a mom from South Carolina is launching, she's going class action with this bitch too. Launching a class action lawsuit against Mattel claiming, quote, emotional distress. She says she bought the Wicked doll before Mattel's recall and her daughter, who is a minor, was exposed to,
Good job.
quote, hardcore, full-on, nude, pornographic images depicting actual intercourse.
Oh my goodness.
Upon looking up the link on the packaging, further noting that the mom and her daughter were horrified, the lawsuit claims she kept evidence of the inexcusable error.
What?
The mother also alleges Mattel did not offer a refund and thus she's owed damages.
Kept evidence.
I
Did you
guess.
save the video, or what?
I guess maybe the box. So if you
Oh.
if you don't remember the story, It's a couple weeks ago. So Mattel put out these dolls from the movie. And listed on the packaging was www.wicked.com instead of www.wickedmovie.com. Very different websites. Very different websites. Wicked.com, porn. Wickedmovie.com, movie.
Ironically,
Most important thing on earth.
and I just wonder if anyone found this. Wicked.com does have a Wizard of Oz porn parody.
I would hope so.
Oh boy.
They
is the
literally are
moment.
they make that's what they're kind of famous for is making movie parody porn. So there is there's Scooby Doo porn on there, but there is a Wizard of Oz.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, full on.
They should ha-
Scarecrow
they should
and
put
Dorothy
that-
getting it on. It's
They should put that on their homepage.
Yeah.
if they were smart, they did.
I bet they did. Do they have grumpier old men by any chance? Asking for some.
So the mom's suing, emotional distress. She was horrified. I guess she's looking for other people to glom onto this class action lawsuit. So far, Mattel hasn't said anything, but they did when they noticed the error, they did put out a thing saying, "Hey, parents, throw out the packaging, cover up the URL."
Right.
I know they didn't recall anything.
No.
They just told some of the stores to put stickers over them.
Jimmy over in the art department's been fired.
Yep. Once again, Jimmy.
Big dummy.
What are they going for on eBay?
Oh, I
So
don't
if
know.
I want to buy one with the original, Wicked.com website,
$60.
oh, really? $60?
Some of them are maybe around 100, 180 for both.
180 for so if I want both with the Wicked.com.
Oh, everything from 100 to 1,500. There's people trying to, it's eBay, so they set the price.
With how big this
Yeah.
movie is, I wonder if down the road
Here's one for 1,500.
it'll be worth something. Still in packaging.
Yeah, this one with the .com is $2,000.
$2,000.
Yeah, here's
Damn.
1,500 for this one.
Well, the price is however much people will pay for it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, here, I'll buy it now.
$1,500.
I got your PayPal on this.
And then you could be outraged because you didn't know, and then get in on the lawsuit.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, see, look,
Money,
it's got
money,
it circled.
money, money.
I bought this on eBay.
I
And
bought
I'm
this on
hurt.
eBay. I was outraged.
Look at this. They posted a picture, which is clearly a screenshot from their phone, when Katie Coleman was texting.
Oh.
Like this. See this? Like,
on the
yeah, like
Katie Coleman's having a good
Well,
laugh.
I'll keep my eye on that. I'll see what happens with that lawsuit. I don't know if you guys saw the video of a girl at a Walmart melting down.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, do you saw this, Scott?
Yep. It's wild.
wait, this is a
It's a
different
little
one.
kid. It's a little kid, right?
Yeah, this is. There is a little girl. So see if you can pull this up, Moon. And this has been making the rounds the past couple of days. So it's a little girl having a full-on meltdown at a Walmart, and she's throwing stuff. There's not a parent in sight, and she's taking stuff off shelves and she's throwing them. She's breaking food packages. She's smashing bottles.
Doesn't you know
Again,
Santa is still watching?
No
What's up with
parent
these kids?
or guardian in sight. And the first thing to come out, by the way, are the phones. So this is all over the internet. Bystanders and Walmart employees watched this little girl's meltdown before one person rushed to her defense, the little girl's defense, and said, "You don't know what she's going through."
Yeah, she's going through all the toy aisles.
No, I
No,
mean,
it was food.
she's in the food aisle.
She's going through the produce.
Yeah.
Here's what that sounded like. So somebody's like, hey, to the girl, and there's another woman going, don't yell at her.
What do you mean you don't know what she's been through? Like,
Whoa.
is that her
Holding
parent or
space.
something?
No.
So
No, look, there's the video, Lauren. Moon's got it up. She's taking stuff, she's throwing it. I mean, smashing stuff,
Wow,
stepping
glass.
on stuff, throwing glass. Don't yell at her. You don't know what she's been through. So she just walking up and down the food aisles at Walmart, throwing stuff.
Do we know?
record her. Oh, and now she's starting to, starting to grab glass.
Man.
Parents nowhere in sight?
No, I don't know the story.
Interesting.
I don't know the story behind this.
And it sucks too because she's like, see, there she is, like clear in the video. She's just at the right.
Destroying things.
She's at
Baby destruction.
She's just at the right / wrong size, like where like
She's like 9, 10 years
Don't
old.
you touch those Christmas cakes, little girl.
you kind of can't get involved. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was somebody younger, you can kind of like step up and just kind of at least impede them from going further, even if you're not going to touch them, you know, like to stop things. But this is a kid that's like right at the size where you're like, oh no, they're going to fight back and this is going to be a mess.
I mean,
I'm
it's like,
going to make it
right,
worse.
Would you say she's like 9 years old, 10 years old?
But she's
Yeah, probably.
still at the age where you could do the, distract her and then say, hey, you want a toy or something? Come with me. You know, you could distract the kid somehow.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not a toddler. You know what I mean? Like you're past that.
Have you
I
ever
think you
witnessed a public tantrum
Yeah.
like this?
Like that?
Not like
Not
that.
like
Not like that.
He's throwing wine
Do you
bottles.
know the public execution I would have suffered in Kroger's if I did that?
Yeah, man.
My mom would not have cared who was watching.
Yeah.
I was going to get lit. You could still get lit up in the grocery store. You know, not to sound too back in my day, but man, I couldn't imagine.
Getting away with this.
Yeah, I remember like getting mad in the cereal aisle because I had to get a bag. I was like, all our cereal comes in a bag because we're poor. And I
Man.
just remember my mom being like, say that again.
See this?
And I was like, I didn't say nothing.
When she found the sparkling grape juice
Oh, yeah.
and that went down, she saw that and went, oh, that was bang for the buck right there. I'll
Yeah,
take
and
a
she
few
was,
more of
she
those.
was grabbing the big giant bottles of the sparkling grape juice and just tossing them on the
Yeah,
floor.
once she saw that first one break on the floor, she's like,
Cool.
Oh, now that was a good one. I'm going to do that again.
It's an interesting thing to witness, though, to hear all the different perspectives being shouted. Mm-hmm. But no one's helping.
Yeah, and then on the posts, most of the people that posted the videos put something like this: some people shouldn't have children. What? We
Listen,
don't-
all
you
kids
know
have
less
temper
of the story.
tantrums.
Oh, dude, the internet sucks.
All kids at some point. I mean, my kids have had temper tantrums. It's all, as a parent, how you handle them.
Right.
Yeah.
My wife and I, if our kid threw a temper tantrum, we would remove them from the situation. That kid would be under my arm and out the door in seconds.
Yeah.
Now, there's also the parent, and I've seen this. Oh, just let them go. They'll peter out eventually.
Right.
That's not my style of parenting.
Who pays for all that stuff?
Nobody.
Huh.
Nobody will pay for that stuff. The stuff that she broke? You think they're going to bill the parents? No.
Really?
I'm just kind of curious, like, what's the... If it's, if it's don't touch her, you don't know what she's been through, how long do you let it go on for? If there's no one around.
Nobody's around. That's the whole thing. Like, people are surrounding this girl. Like, adults at this Walmart are surrounding this little girl
Yeah.
who's throwing all this stuff and breaking things and glass going all over the place. Nobody wants to...
Yeah.
You call the cops, then Child Protective Services step in. Where are her parents?
Yeah, but by the time the cops come, I mean, she's already, thousands of dollars and stuff on the floor.
Well, that is the personnel of the business's fault for not getting her to a room faster, sitting her there, calling the
if
cops.
you're a Walmart
It did
employee,
look
do you
like-
grab the... I mean, once you started throwing the bottles...
It did look like two people were trying to hold her, but I don't know if they were employees or not. I
They
couldn't really
weren't. They
tell.
were grannies, and they were getting yelled at for it.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
think.
it's just funny because that kid could have hurt herself. Like
Could have
the
hurt
bottle would
herself.
have broken a weird
I
way.
know
You
it'll-
got to stop him.
You know what'll solve this?
tasing children.
Oh, you can't?
No tasing.
Taser, taser,
They're
taser.
small enough to where you can swoop them up and put them in a room and point your finger at them and get on the
It's
phone.
2024. You can't tase kids.
All right, here we
Yeah.
go. Look in this shot. 1, 2, 3 employees.
3 employees.
3 employees. Well, 4 employees, and they're just watching.
Like I'm kind of disappointed. Like somebody should have intervened and like gotten on her level. and been like, what's going on? What's going on? And like not allowed
Yeah.
her to do more. I mean,
to say,
I'm not a
This,
parent,
this
but
dude,
like,
this dude finally did.
There's a guy that, like, once she starts throwing the bottles,
yeah.
a guy comes in and grabs her.
Man.
And there's another guy that throws her
It's-
over her shoulder.
It should have been the
Yeah.
grocer's security
is
or
not a
somebody that
Walmart
works there. Where's
employee.
the
Is that-
managers?
Yeah, not a Walmart employee.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like some rando's not cool. I don't like a random man picking a kid up, but like, where's a manager at that store or somebody with authority that can like
But,
get her in a space?
But that's the thing, and I'm sure there's a lot of guys that were standing there that could have stopped it, but they feel like people like you and everybody else, and I understand that, are going to say, I'm not cool with some guy touching my kid,
Yeah.
or picking up my kid. But at what point does the community need to step in and do something?
You're right.
Yeah,
I
'cause
mean,
you don't
she's a
want the kid-
danger to herself and maybe other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish more people would have just gotten down. She's little. Get on her level.
I don't think this kid
Try
was
to
listening
get her to
anybody.
stop. I don't. I mean, you
Multiple
gotta do
people
it, though.
tried that, and
I
she
think it's time
fought
for
them
her
off.
to ride the lightning.
We're not tasing kids at stores.
I'm somewhere in between you two.
Okay.
Tasing the child with a Fisher Price taser, or
Somebody get her one of those wicked dolls.
What's in between? They just holding up a broomstick, going, "Don't you do
Well,
it?
and what's really sad is
Don't
she's
you do it.
10 years old.
just
but we,
take your belt off.
No, we're not belting kids.
You
in
don't do it.
public.
You just imply.
I mean, we've all had those days. I mean, she's 10 years old or whatever.
I get it.
She's having that day where she's wanting to just demolish. I mean, hey, I'm rage room ho. Like,
Yeah.
I love it. I understand her on I wouldn't do it in public like that to things that I don't own, but I mean, we've all been there.
Yeah, I'm sure some of these employees like, I don't get paid enough to deal with this.
100%.
And honestly, like
100%. They're all thinking that.
I'm not.
No one's
not paid
defending.
enough.
No one's ready to defend Walmart's high ground. Oh, I'm gonna put myself in a liability situation for a billion. One of the top 10 billion. I don't even know how much money Walmart makes. Like, there's no one on the front
Couple
lines
bucks.
at Walmart that's like, I'm ready to put myself into a precarious situation to defend the honor of this corporation. They're probably all just like, whatever. We got 10 more pallets of that in the back, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got, this is it's 4 hours into my 8-hour shift. I'll get the mop when somebody else cleans this up.
I just don't know where the line.
Somebody else takes this
between-
girl out, I get the mop and clean up the juice.
In a perfect world, I'm on Learn's perspective. And then in the worst world possible, I'm on your perspective. But it's like, at some point, where does common sense rule the day? Does it even rule the day anymore? Where it's like, I get it. In a perfect world, you get down on her level and you don't get cut with the Welch's grape juice glass she's holding in her arms.
Yeah.
And she responds to that. Well, when that fails, at what point do you protect her from herself
Right.
or the public, at the risk of being a nosy Parker?
They went on for some time with her.
Does
being
it take a village
unresponsive.
or does it not take a village?
It doesn't for most. I mean, get in her face. Like I got yelled at a lot as a kid. I got slapped. I got the belt. I got it all. The minute I started getting yelled at and pulled into my mother and being like, kind of like you, Riz, like, we're getting out of here. I knew, oh my God. Like, and I immediately wilted down because the authority was here.
Yeah, but you were afraid of somebody yelling at you. This gal has the most mixed signals going on. Not only is she being yelled at, then the louder yeller is saying, "Don't yell at her."
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Personally.
there's so much
You
going
don't
on.
know what she's going through. Shut up.
Well, I mean,
where are you?
They were
Get
yelling.
out of here.
She was unresponsive.
She doesn't know what
As
she's
soon as that lady said that, I'd be like, "You're right, life sucks," and I just start breaking
I
stuff.
would go there with,
Let's
start
tear
throwing
this
stuff at her.
place apart.
And then somebody would have just.
And then the little
kicked your
girl's like,
ass.
that was the thing that worked on her because she's just like, "Whoa,
Whoa, this guy.
is that what I look like?" I just start going bananas.
that
and be like,
crazy's got to me crazy
Yeah, dude.
sometimes.
My
maybe
daughter,
that's the move.
my daughter threw a tantrum, like a real bad one. We were at, I'll never forget this. We were at, remember that place, Sweet Tomatoes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Salad
yeah.
place.
R.I.P. Sweet Tomatoes.
Salad bar.
Yeah.
Did it go out?
Well, we were out with some friends, and my buddy's like, let's go to Sweet Tomatoes for lunch. I go, what is this? And it's a salad bar. It was terrible. Anyway. So, it was awful. Anyway, so my daughter in the restaurant, she must have been 3, started melting down. And I go, all right, I'm taking her outside. So I had to do pick her up, and she was swinging the legs.
Yep.
She was doing the leg swing.
Oh, yeah. So yeah.
She was doing the leg swing.
Yeah, the kicks.
And I'm like, I'm going to put her in the car.
Yeah.
And I tried to stuff her in the car, and she got me in the balls.
Yep. Right in the neck.
Dang.
with the woo, man.
Down goes Frazier.
Who's the bitch now?
Down goes
Yeah.
Frazier.
You're in big trouble, little lady.
Man. I had one tear roll down.
Oh, man.
You went back in the store and started breaking stuff like this girl.
I started telling all the salad bar stuff.
I just,
Where are the parents?
my general rule was always get them out of the situation. Like, you have to take the L as a parent. To me, restaurant, grocery store. Like, there was a couple times I was lucky. My son was actually one of the most good-natured kids. He had one tantrum one time at home, and I put him in bed for 20 minutes, and he hated it, and he never did it again.
Yeah. I'd love to know. I'd love to hear what the parents' story here is.
My ex-girlfriend's son would go off in the store, and it was like, if he was having a tantrum, I was like, we have to leave. We can't make this everyone else's problem.
Right. And that was my whole thing. I don't want to disrupt anybody else's time.
Right. And I think a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people are just like, nope, we're going to work this out right here. Let him cry. Let him go crazy. We're not letting it. And I'm like, yeah, but this sucks for everyone else in here.
Yeah.
That's what I was always cognizant of.
Me too. Like, I was just like, I don't want my.
I chose to come here. I chose to have the kid.
Yes, I don't want the fact that this kid's testing my boundaries now in public to become everyone else's problem. That's hard. Because sometimes you just need to get to grocery shopping.
Yeah, I'd love for the woman to say, "Don't touch her. You don't know what she's going through." Maybe she should pay for everything.
She works for Instacart.
Yeah.
She should pay for everything. Yeah, again, I don't know where the parents are. Nobody's talked to the parents.
That's crazy.
But I do have a late nominee for Riz Show Parents of the Year. Riz Show Parents of the Year. This is definitely a finalist from Versailles, Missouri. Anybody ever been?
No.
Yeah.
Versailles, Missouri.
Oh, isn't
It's halfway between here and Kansas City, almost right in the
it's
middle
right
of the
by
state.
Columbia, right?
That's where we signed the treaty between the two.
That's right.
Cities.
In Versailles.
Yep.
The Treaty of Versailles. Yes, very
Correct.
famous.
Because you cut through there. Whenever you go to Columbia, I think you. what is
Right.
it?
It's out near Jeff City. It's that area.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
about 2.5 hours away from here. I looked it up. Anyway, a father and mother performed a circumcision at home.
Nice.
Oh, geez.
What do you-
Quote, the procedure did not go as planned.
You think? What were you What was the plan? What? No!
Yep.
This is terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. And this is from our fair state of Missouri. This is making national news. Staff from University Hospital in Columbia called social services. This was last week to say parents showed up at the hospital with a kid after conducting a circumcision at their house. The parents, 35-year-old Tyler Wade Gibson and 32-year-old Bailey Alexis Gibson, took the boy to Lake Regional Hospital in Osage Beach first. And I guess this was a procedure gone so wrong, they took the kid from that hospital and transferred him to the hospital in Columbia.
What are you doing?
And they later left the hospital with the kid against medical advice.
No.
But the reasoning is sound why they left the hospital early.
Okay.
And cops wound up heading over to the Gibson house. Dad admitted, yeah, I did the circumcision. And he did so despite having zero medical training. He said he did the procedure after doing, quote, research and saying a, quote, blessing.
The blessing.
And again, the procedure did not go as planned. The father said he used a sanitized blade to circumcise his boy.
Oh, wow. That's nice. What'd you do? Hold
He
it over
had
a
some-
candle?
Yeah, over the stove.
Licked
He
it.
had some gauze pads to catch the blood, but
Where
quote,
is the
was
numbing
not
agent?
prepared for the amount of bleeding.
Gosh.
That's terrible.
This prompted the parents to take the boy to the hospital. And the mom told cops when she was questioned, she was very hesitant about her husband doing the procedure, but nonetheless helped him carry it out.
Good luck. Good luck.
Oh, man.
Because for the rest of this kid's life, he's got that in the back pocket. Mm-hmm. Oh, is that right? You don't want me to go out somewhere? Well, I wouldn't call you the greatest parent on earth. Do you remember what you did to me when I was a
Remember when
child?
you tried
what
to
you did
circumcise
to
me at home?
Look, me,
Remember,
I
Dad,
gotta live with this thing.
when you tried to circumcise me at home? Remember, Dad?
Why would I listen to you, Dad?
Yeah.
I remember, Dad, because my wiener looks like Sloth from the Goonies.
Yeah.
What about that, Dad?
Oh, you're such a good decision maker. Look at this.
Take a look at this.
Remember this?
Well, so mom told cops she was hesitant, but helped him with it anyway. She didn't answer questions about why she followed through with it, despite her, motherly instincts of being hesitant.
Because he was holding a knife.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. Go right ahead, Tony. What?
Now, why did they leave the hospital? Even though they were sent from Osage Beach to Columbia, Mom's like, we were waiting for too long.
God.
We're waiting.
How old was this child?
They don't say.
And is there further injury than just the
No,
skin
I'm
cut?
sorry. All we really know
They
is
don't say.
how old the kid was.
Yeah.
And like, why didn't you make this decision when you had the child? Or like, what is? I don't know.
Yeah,
Like, what is the process?
Maybe they thought maybe they thought they had to pay for it, and they're like, "Nah, I can get that cheaper."
Oh, you don't.
know what? I can-
it's pronounced.
we could do-
It's
yeah,
pronounced Versailles, by the way.
Wait,
Not Versailles.
No,
This is Missouri. Welcome to Missouri.
I know.
Only
Let's
somebody-
I
let's
know.
get it together, pal.
Only-
This is
There's a whole
Osage
bunch of people
Beach.
going. It's Versailles. Okay.
Versailles.
no, it's not. Only somebody that would try
Hey.
to circumcise their own kid would call it Versailles.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
look how it's written.
Well, yeah, it's
That's Versailles.
Versailles. We're a whole bunch
No,
of French
dude.
settlements.
Nah, man, it's
Versailles.
Versailles.
That's a hard L, dude.
Somebody screw with you, man.
No, there's
It's
a bunch of
Versailles,
legit.
and I know because I used to live in Des Perez.
Yeah, come on. No way.
No, there's a lot of people on the instant feedback going, no, man, it's Versailles.
I refuse.
Not just one.
I refuse. You should too.
Well, it's like Nevada. We have Nevada. They can't
So we
pronounce
got parents out there circumcising their kids at home.
I think it's
It's
Nevada.
Versailles.
I think when you go out there, they say Nevada.
I thought it was Nevada.
Wait, what?
I'm pretty sure is how they pronounce it.
I don't know what's going to happen
Losing
to these
meaning.
parents. They had 5 other kids taken from the house. So social services came in and took their five kids. So they were in the jail. They bonded out. They'll be in court on the 28th of January. But yeah, there we go. That's the at least the top 3 parent of the year.
I mean,
Situation.
I know we've destroyed half of the St. Louis French connections and all that, Bell Fountain and all that kind of stuff, but like Versailles, come on. There's no way.
Versailles?
I mean, do you think that's real or are they playing with you?
No, because it was more than one person that's saying it.
I mean, there's a Vienna, Illinois, that they'll correct you. It's spelled
Not
Vienna.
Vienna?
It's
No
not Vienna.
way.
It's spelled that way, but they're like, this is Vienna.
Is that really how they say it there?
What?
What?
Hey, we're not letting
What?
Europe tell us over here what to
dude.
do.
Amen.
Okay.
Yeah, you can
this
take
is
your
the
Euro
United
trash
States of America.
across the pond.
This is our way we talk.
We didn't form the 13 colonies just so we could pronounce words the same as all these crooked toothed bastards over
Right. And even though we couldn't figure out new words to name our towns, we're going to call them
I
different.
mean, we're stealing their words, but we're changing them.
Well, listen, parents. Parents out there, don't circumcise your kids at home.
Please.
Okay, that's if you're to take anything away from this show today, leave it to a trained moil.
Oh, yes.
A trained moil.
It's mole.
Or they could do it at the hospital. They could do it at the hospital for you.
Yeah. Don't cut up your kids.
I don't know if that's thrown into the birth package. Hey, man, we'll throw in a free circumcision.
20% off. Black Friday sale.
Yeah, it's a Cyber Monday sale.
Yeah, you think there's a guy out on the sidewalk, cheaper out here than they are in there?
Half off.
Well,
Bootleg circumcisions. Come and get them.
well, there was a thing in the Orthodox Jewish community out in New York where, and you can look this up, and we may have talked about this before, where they do the brisses.
I know.
At a house, which is a thing. I've been to one, but not like
You would.
but not one where the moil sucks on the wound.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's so, I am so,
I'm sorry.
like,
And what was
disgusted.
happening
I am
was what was
so
happening
appalled.
was
Yeah.
Hold on.
That's a
I
real
am
thing.
kid,
It
like
makes me wanna
babies
throw
were
up.
getting herpes.
I think they even referenced it in a Dave episode. Didn't they? Didn't he go to one?
Dude.
No, I mean I've been to a bris. Where they do it at somebody's house.
Back up this turnip truck. Did you say suck on the wound?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they got in trouble for it like last year because
What is
herpes
wrong
was
with
going
this
around.
world?
It was like some of these moils were giving babies herpes.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yes.
Wow.
That's not the only problem.
Yeah, there's a lot there to
That's,
unpack.
Huh.
Like, whose big idea was this God's big idea? Like, where did this tradition, why this tradition? I need to know.
I don't know, Margot.
I know, Todd. Okay.
I don't know.
Bro.
Oh, I am.
Now,
Yes.
come on, man. Also, how much, who signs up for that job?
As a
It's like,
moil?
Me? I'm a traditional moil.
Like
I go all in.
I do a little slice.
I do a little slice, and then I suck out the poison.
Yeah,
Not
nobody
cool,
wants that.
man. Get out of
Yeah,
here.
not cool at all.
Some things need to evolve.
Listen, the bris I've been to.
That's
Okay, there
crazy.
was a moil there, and they did it in the living room, and then we had lunch after.
What, like a sandwich catering?
No, it was
Oh.
like nice. Deli spread.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hey,
Don't use that word.
the christening, the bris, the
Right,
the
it's,
celebration
Jewish
of
tradition. That's
yeah.
fine. But
mean,
the whole sucking of the wound,
that
that
is
is very bothersome.
Completely bizarre and no thanks.
That has to be a tiny, tiny percentage.
Yes, and I mentioned there's a small community, Orthodox Jewish community, and I think it's in the New York area.
Also, not an appropriate word.
What?
Tiny, tiny.
Yeah.
You guys are
no
just-
adjectives needed right now. We
Yeah,
don't
you guys,
need.
You guys are. The whole thing is weird. You don't think you guys were talking about some of the things that happened there? The fact that all these people are getting around to watch it is weird. That's. Let's start there.
Yeah. I'm going to take a deep
What, like
dive
going
after
to a
work
bris?
into why the hell this
Yeah,
even was a
man.
thing.
Having it, inviting, being invited, going, the whole thing.
It's in the
Jewish culture.
Jewish culture.
Or
It's a
religion.
big deal.
Yeah,
Like
And
it's
that's
a big
weird
it's a
thing.
big tradition. I'm not gonna crap on that. Did I watch the snipping? No, I shut my eyes.
But why aren't you going to crap on that? Why is it? Why? I mean, just because it's like some whatever tradition, it doesn't mean that it's not. I mean, it's totally okay for me to be like, that's really weird.
It is it's not something I want to go to every day.
What did you think when this was presented to you?
And like, do they tell you ahead of time? Like, is there a warning? Like, hey,
You know what you're going to.
No.
I don't know what I'm
I-
going.
If I got the
I'm going
invite-
to Scott, you are going to a bris. Put on something nice.
Yeah, what happens? Oh, is it more of the lunch and all that, and that's going to happen over in that room, and then we're all going to be like, hey, turkey sandwich, or do we all crowd around in a crescent moon shape
like
and
eyes
watch
wide
this?
There were
shut.
chairs.
Chairs. Okay, see, there are more questions to be answered here. Continue.
There were chairs set up. This was
Chairs. So is the kid on a pedestal?
Is there like a little?
yeah. The rabbi gets up and he says some words, and they do their thing. I mean, I did not watch that part.
What do you mean? You closed your eyes? You turned
Yeah,
away?
I can't. I'm very squeamish. You know that.
But
Do they
everyone else is
numb the
watching?
baby? Like, is there? I'm so worried about like the pain and the spectacle of it all. Like, it's. I mean, wow.
Yeah. I mean, they'd still dunk babies. You know what I mean? Like every
Yeah,
religion's
I
got
mean,
its
at,
thing. They're like,
you know,
we've seen the priest drop the baby like on its head, dunk him
Christening.
in a christening.
Right.
You know, I've been to many christenings where they and dunk the kid
They're
in the water.
aggressive, dude. It's not like they take a little drop of water and just touch the little baby's forehead. They're like, they're full on dunk tanking these kids while they
You
can't
never been
even,
to one of those?
their necks
No.
can't even hold their heads up.
You never been to a Catholic?
No.
No, ours is the Protestant way is you just bring the kid up on stage, they pray over him, and that's it. Like,
Oh, really?
No,
There's no water?
No.
No.
life jackets.
I've
It's
seen grown
much
adults
smoother.
get smushed underwater, baptized.
No, I've seen none of that. That's why I'm asking for details. I don't know how this runs.
I mean, listen. From what I remember, this was not recent. This was maybe 15 years ago. This was, I believe, one of my wife's cousin's kids. We went there. I remember eating more than I remember the.
Was the food good?
Yeah, it was great.
Okay.
Hey, he was over there.
I
Something
love
was
Jewish
good.
deli food.
He's like,
Yeah.
oh, nobody's in line. Oh, this is great. And then did I miss it? Oh,
No, you eat after.
Thank God. I don't eat before.
The baby was fine.
disgusting.
No
let's-
budding ham allowed.
let's eat while this kid's screaming over in the other room.
Now, if I remember, there wasn't a lot of screaming.
Wow. On New York City's website, they have rules for this, and you have to, they encourage you to tell your mohel not to do this.
Right.
And then also make sure they have had STD, like proof of STD
The
testing
mohel.
to make sure they don't have it.
Wow. The
And then
mohel has
also
to
they
come
have
in-
to wash their mouth with like Listerine or something with alcohol for at least 30 seconds before.
And that's listed on
Yes. New York or NYC.gov.
because it's a thing.
because it's such a normal thing.
Unbelievable.
I don't think I wouldn't call it normal.
How not? It's on the city's
Yeah, but they
website.
encourage you to tell them not to do it.
It's enough where a certain sect, a certain sect of the Orthodox
That's
Jewish
like-
community does it.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
A bris at the house is normal.
I just can't imagine
That is
watching this
normal.
happen and me being like, hey, what the hell is going on? They're like, it's cool. He did Listerine first.
Yeah, he swished.
Like, that's not really my issue.
I did not.
Here.
Listen,
No,
I wasn't
he's-
worried about
just
his
so we make
oral
this
health.
clear,
He swished and
I
here's
was
his
not
paper.
at one of those.
Yeah, no, we know. We're not talking
Okay.
about you. You
Get it.
I don't
You
want to.
You're
get
fine.
Don't lump me into that.
We're not shaming
Where,
you.
Get it.
where
You and
a
your
Moyle
fan.
did that, and I went and had a corned beef sandwich.
Man.
Oh, is this, you're like back there. This is all happening, and you're at a charcuterie board, like
I know.
getting little pickles.
Like I'm putting
Ooh,
mustard
what is this
on rye.
fig? Is this fig jam?
No, I'm putting mustard on
They
rye.
went all out.
No, pastrami.
Oh, man.
Meatballs are good.
I made a Reuben, guys.
Yeah.
As the Moyle's doing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird stuff. You know, in the book that everyone loves.
Again, the takeaway today
I mean,
is
foreskins were currency for, wasn't it King Saul? He had to get 100 foreskins to fill it. I was like, why did he want that? Why couldn't he just bring him like fingers or something? Why did he have to bring the foreskins of 100 men
There's also
to
some.
marry someone's daughter?
I was at my brother-in-law's house, and they're like way Catholic, and I was reading through some of their like fun books on their coffee table, and I'm very much agnostic, but I'm open to. I believe it all. Also, I'm like, I don't care what you
not-
believe.
Yeah.
But I was reading through, and I was like, man, there's some like wicked stuff going on in this thing. Like one of the saints or whatever got like 100 clean women, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, so like women were currency, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
was just. But some of the stuff from the Old Testament's kind of bizarre.
I don't know. I don't know the religious significance of doing a bris at home. I don't know any of the prayers. It was in Hebrew.
Yeah.
I was the plus one at this particular ceremony.
Yeah.
It's fascinating. It's just another, hey,
It is.
I was there.
And can you imagine, you're a kid and you're walking through and they're like, hey, Junior, this is Rabbi so-and-so. He remembers you since you were this
Yo.
big.
This little.
Yeah.
This big.
Well, that was kind of what I was saying. Like, I
You
think
remember him?
David wanted to marry Saul's daughter in the Bible, and he's like, all right, but first you got to bring me 100 wieners. And David was like, cool, I'll be back in a couple days. And I was like, wait, that's a weird currency to.
Yeah, things were strange.
It was a weird time to be alive.
It was a
I would
different
imagine.
time.
It was a different time, guys.
It says it's the circumcision of the flesh of the foreskin as a token of covenant between God and the people.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
It does not say post covenant to swish a little Oral B around.
Listen. That's very strange.
STDs didn't exist back then
No,
because
they
nobody was
definitely
banging
did.
each other. You know,
Definitely did. They just didn't know.
they weren't like messing around.
Yeah, they were.
No, they weren't. That was a sin, allegedly.
You
people
think we're
been-
different now?
People been boning for a long time.
It's all the
Been
same.
boner for a long
I don't know. I
time.
feel like they were more afraid of like invisible things back then. We
No,
got the
there
TVs,
were
and now we're
STDs,
all
they just didn't have names
STDs
for 'em.
running rampant.
Yeah, they just called it. They thought you got possessed and died.
That was the plague.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the locusts. Actually, it was just flying gonorrhea.
They just called syphilis the head monkeys, and then they put you.
Yeah, we're dealing
They
with the
didn't know
same
what was
troubles.
going on.
Yeah, we got the same troubles. Now we just have names for everything.
Yeah, same troubles. Same troubles, more information.
Anyway, I'm gonna move on
Thank you.
And we'll take a break. But first,
Listen, back then there was some guy, some Scott in the background that was a +1 to one of these things, and he was
when
over
are we
there.
going to hit the deli
He
track?
was hitting the pomegranate. Well, you know.
And did they keep saying Goyim and start laughing every time? And you're like,
I was welcomed.
okay.
Welcomed. I think there was bagels and lox and stuff like that. It was good. It was nice.
I'm happy the food was
person.
good. I'm happy there was something
I'm
about it.
curious, who was the first guy that got that off the ground? It was like, hey, listen, we all got to be here for the whole snip, snip, boom, boom cleaning of the wound. We don't have to be hungry, you know?
No.
Somebody,
Why suffer?
Who's the first guy that brought snacks?
Why suffer? Teamers Remember That Day brought to you by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Check out the all-new Hot Shots Lindbergh, 7575 Lindbergh, your new home for sports in South County. Get all the info at hotshotsnet.com. From Jefferson City, Rodney Gipe is our Teamers Remember That Day.
Rodney.
Rodney is a faithful podcast listener, has been a fan of the Riz Show since its inception. Loves all the members of the show for their unique personalities and stories. Misses Jeff's presence to tears at times. Loves Ernie Rafe. Moon's rock star status. My honesty. King Scott's. Yep, he's in there. No, he says he loves your jokes.
Oh, okay.
Has not met any of us yet, but maybe one day in the near future we'll meet Rodney. Rodney Guy from Jefferson City is our Teamers Remember the Day. Get super sweet Teamers Remember the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/teamriz. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams. 1057thepoint.com/Riz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails. RizShow at 1057thepoint.com. I'm excited. Our buddy Benjamin Molina coming by. Benjamin Molina doing his annual Christmas toy drive. He's got a couple locations that he'll actually be at where you could meet the dude, get your picture taken with him. He'll sign some autographs. So Ted Drew's on so these are all places, first of all, that are accepting toys for the Benjamin Molina toy drive. Ted Drew's on Chippewa, 314 Sports Cards, and Taqueria Durango in Overland. You know what that is, Scott?
No, I do not.
Or am I? It's
Taqueria.
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 I'm sorry. My
wonder if
apologies
that's-
to.
You just went for sales.
I know. My apologies. Taqueria.
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 But he'll be at Ted Drew's on Saturday from noon to 2, and Sunday 314 Sports Cards from 10 to noon, and Taqueria Durango from 1 to 3. But he'll be here at around 8:20, 8:30. So our buddy Benjamin Molina stopping by. A new survey found 77% of parents really feel pressure to make the holidays even better than last year, and expect to stay up past midnight 5 times this month to make it all happen the way they want.
That's sweet.
And of course, you know, kids, they got questions. The kids have questions about Santa Claus.
Sure.
And parents, listen up. Or even if the kids are listening.
Yeah.
Even if the kids are listening right now, let Uncle Riz answer some of these questions, okay?
Okay.
With serious answers.
Yeah.
Is Santa real? Yeah. Stop asking.
Please.
But what if we don't have a chimney? How does he get in? Santa has his ways.
Yes.
How does Santa deliver presents to all the kids in one night? A system of wormholes.
Of course.
Makes sense.
How does Santa fit down the chimney? Ozempic.
That's right.
How does Santa know if I've been bad or good? He uses Alexa to listen in.
Yeah, he knows.
Wow.
He uses Alexa to listen in.
His technology now is better than it's ever been.
What if I'm naughty? Will I still get gifts? If you start being good now, maybe.
Yeah. Shape it up.
How does Santa's reindeer fly? Magic and possibly methamphetamines.
Also
Okay.
good for flying.
Rudolph's nose is red for a reason.
What do reindeer eat? Moss, ferns, grass, fungi, and carrots if you leave them out.
Elves.
That happened one time. We don't talk about it.
Can Santa's sleigh really fly? Yes, and NORAD tracks them every year. In fact, there's an app for it
I love the Santa app.
that lets you watch. So there we go, kids. Santa is real. If you've been a rotten kid this whole year, there's still time to turn it around.
For sure.
There's still time to turn it around. You have a couple weeks left. Turn it around. If he sees that you're trying, maybe he'll bring you more than a lump of coal. Okay? You're welcome, parents.
I loved watching in high school because I love Santa, and I would DirecTV always would have the radar of where he was, and I just watch that for hours, and then I fall asleep because you have to go to sleep.
It used to be fun, yelling at the kids. He's in Dubai. He's on his way.
Look at him.
Yeah. He
So
stopped
fun.
at a pub in England.
He's on his way. All right, today is December the 4th. Back in the day, 195 years ago in 1829, the British Empire abolished the ancient Indian practice of sati. Does anybody know what that is? The ancient Indian practice of sati, in which a widow would burn herself to death on her husband's funeral pyre.
Glad that's over.
Wow, that
What year?
1971.
1829. That's when
A little late.
the British Empire
Good.
said
Good
no
going.
more of this. Yeah, it's the Hindu practice in which a widow should sacrifice herself by sitting atop her deceased husband's funeral pyre.
Religion is so fascinating. I mean, we just got out of that whole conversation about bris.
Noels and brisses and
But I mean, trust. If I could go back to college, maybe I will. I would love to take the history.
Fascinating,
of religion.
isn't it?
It's totally fascinating.
70 years ago today, in 1954, the first Burger King opened up in Miami, Florida. 68 years ago, 1956, Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis recorded music together at Sun Studios in Memphis. The recordings were released 25 years later under the title, what?
The Sun recordings.
No.
Oh.
The $1 Million Quartet.
Oh yes, the famous musical now.
I didn't know they released it 25 years later. So they recorded it in 1956, 25 years later they put it out. 44 years ago, 1980, 2 months after the death of drummer John Bonham, the remaining members of Led Zeppelin announced, out of respect for their fallen friend, they could no longer carry on as Led Zeppelin.
But Page and Plant will get together
Yeah.
and leave John Paul Jones out. No problem. Yeah,
no,
cool.
no problem. And they'll do Led Zeppelin songs. 31 years ago, 1993, Frank Zappa dies of prostate cancer at the age of 52. And that's what happened back in the day. I went to the Page Plant,
Did you?
and that was my first concert.
Was it cool?
Yes, I remember Rusted Root opened.
I remember Rusted Root.
Rusted Root opened
Yes.
up. They were great, too.
You ever see Them Crooked Vultures with John Paul Jones and Josh Homme and Dave
they
Grohl?
never came around here.
Yeah. Before Dave's affair and all that, I was hoping maybe that would have been something he would do, like in the future. And I thought maybe he'd get his Probot metal band back out, and he's not doing
I
jack
don't know if
anymore.
anything's happening in the near future with Dave Grohl, but okay.
Is that
All
what they
right.
named the kid?
Probot?
Jack?
Jack.
All right,
It's a
Tom.
girl.
Do we know anything? Oh, it's a
No,
girl.
we
That's
don't.
right.
Is it a girl?
It's a girl, yeah.
All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Cordell and Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. You guys, this is so cool. And because we are an audio format show for the most part, we have to play this. This song is 133 years old. It dates back to 1891. This is a song that a guy named Louis Vasnier from New Orleans, or Vasnier, wrote and sang, called Thompson's Old Gray Mule. So listen to this. This is amazing that we have a recording from 1891.
This is an actual recording.
This is an actual recording. Check this out.
Okay, so it's a country song?
It's kind of like a blues song.
Okay, let me. All right, so listen closely. This is from what year?
1891. 133 years old.
Damn.
Gosh damn it.
Sounds good.
Yeah, dude, the microphone.
Wow.
I was ready for Gloria.
I know. I was too.
No, I could have gone Gloria. But all right, here
This is cool,
Here
man.
I am.
This is our history.
it really is.
No, it's not.
That's so cool.
Okay,
Song of the year.
All right.
okay.
Here we go. All right, no,
No.
Here's this. Then. Sounds like crap.
It does sound
Well,
like dude,
you
it's
should've recorded
133 years old.
Indoors instead of outside with the rain and everything. I
Right.
think it would have been better.
Sounds
How-
like garbage.
How neat is that?
that's awesome.
That came up in the prep, and I was like, oh, we got to be playing this.
So that's believed to be the earliest country
I wonder
music
if
recording ever made.
I wonder if he played with tracks when it came to the factory.
If you think about this, that same year was the Johnson County Wars that like Young Guns is based on. Billy the Kid. That recording was made when Billy the Kid was alive and killing people.
Wow. That's wild.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Speaking of wild, Britney Spears celebrated a milestone birthday on Monday. She's now 43 years old. But here's a little audio of her Instagram telling us how old she actually is. So
Oh, man,
here's her
this
talking about her
is-
age.
Did you watch the video?
I did.
It's
I know. And we were just talking about her yesterday because we were, saying she and David Lee Roth kind of are similar in their videos. And then this comes out. Check it out.
okay. So it's hard to make fun of this because this is a woman that is definitely in
Having
the throes
mental
of
illness.
a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
It's my birthday. I'm not turning 42. I'm turning 5 this year. I'm turning 5 years old, and I have to go to kindergarten tomorrow.
So she says, so there's a second follow-up to this where she's talking about the paparazzi filming her as she's wearing a white Jason mask from Friday the 13th. And here she is complaining about that as well.
I'm not really sure why the paparazzi have me going on a plane looking like I'm wearing a Jason mask. It doesn't even look like me. I don't know why I have a torch in my hand, honestly. I think my friend accidentally gave that to me. It really kind of hurts my feelings that the paparazzi, they've always been incredibly cruel to me. But some of it is extremely mean and cruel.
Where are all the
And
Free
that's why
Britney
I've
idiots?
moved to Mexico.
I don't
This
know.
is what you got.
Doing the homer, dude. Doing the homer.
Back into
Back into the
bush.
bushes.
All of us are back into the bushes right now.
This is
Except for the dad.
this is what you wanted.
The dad is like this. Uh-huh.
Well,
And I'm not saying the dad was a great guy because he's got
No, that's-
he's got a shady
Yeah.
he's got some shady stuff going on too.
Now we just got to find now she's got to find the balance. Hopefully she finds the balance.
This is freeing the animals from the evil lab and them running into traffic. This is opening up the cage
on,
and all
man.
the animals running into traffic.
well, she moved to Mexico, allegedly. I think she probably still has a home in
Maybe
LA.
some of it's
Performative?
maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe I'm holding out hope for that. Maybe I'm
My
hoping.
gut tells me it's not, especially talking in like the baby voice.
I know
and-
the voice is something that kills
She's
me.
kind of always done that. I
She's
don't know,
always had a
man.
little voice.
There's always been this like, if obviously you can pick and choose all the clips, but she's always seemed a bit more aware than we give her credit for. So I'd like to think that some of that is still around. Right? I mean, if you look at all those past interviews and stuff, people would say certain things and she'd cut them off, and you can see like she's a lot quicker than it appears.
It's a woman that seems to me in trouble.
And I'm just holding
Also,
out hope, man.
did she have veneers? And I love a gap in a tooth, so I'm not knocking this at all. But she has a little gap in her teeth now, and I never noticed that before. And so I don't know if like,
What?
yeah, if you watch the
does.
video, yeah, and she looks. I mean, she's gorgeous, no matter what her teeth look like. But like, are things just coming down all around her? I mean, mentally, physically, her actual physical presence. Like, is she going somewhere that maybe she wouldn't be as safe? I don't know.
Free Britney. Well, you hear it. She's free.
Did you say that she's turning 43, but she even
Yeah, she
misquoted it
didn't
and said
say-
42?
Yeah, she's 43. She thought she's turning 42, which I guess that happens with time.
That happens.
Yeah, that's the age it starts happening.
Yeah,
Well,
You have to think about how old
yeah,
you are.
you forget that you're 41. You don't think you're 5.
right.
I've never had that happen.
But I
I mean,
wonder
maybe
what that
5
explains.
years since her
Is it-
emancipation. I
Has
don't
it been
know.
5 years?
I don't know.
That's what I thought too. Like, is she saying this is my new my new life?
I don't think
is,
so.
Is that?
I don't think so.
I don't think that maths.
Oh,
Because I tried to
You
go there
see,
too.
Moon.
What?
Anyway,
The math don't math.
Well, this is one of those things and I've talked about it before. It's like everybody, it's easy to get on board the thing that makes you feel like you're morally superior on the internet, right? Free Britney. Free Britney. Where are all those people now? Where's that huge groundswell of people
Oh,
now
yeah.
that she's on?
It was everywhere.
Now that the conservatory's been taken away, she's, I mean, blowing through her money. It's her money, but she's blowing through it. By all accounts, she's just like, they're trying
She's
to like
taking
stop
these-
the bleeding of all the
Right.
stuff she's spending money on and wasting her.
She's taken these very extravagant vacations a lot.
Sure, and
cons-
she's entitled. She earned that money.
The
I'm not saying she shouldn't
conservatorship.
do that.
Sorry. Conservatorship was from 2008 to 2021, so no math there.
No math.
She's worth about, if this is, net worth is never completely spot on, but about 60 million. I mean, that's not a lot of money for celebrity in this day and age, right?
Especially if you're living
Well,
that
yeah.
celebrity life.
Yeah, like
And
as
giving half of it to
luxurious.
Kevin.
When
Well, no, he's off the.
Heads off
Yeah,
the-
he's off the dole.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, he
power
is
to
now.
now.
That's
He's
a
off
new.
the
they're
dole.
telling
new
how many
thing.
homes she has, and they
Right.
like to-
Nothing really coming in.
And she's not working, she hasn't done any
What do you
live
mean
shows
nothing
in a
coming
long
in? The
time.
spins are still going. I'm sure there's something coming in. It's not as a writer.
Not a
but
tour,
as a-
not
as a-
touring.
She needs to write a book. Or
She
she did.
did.
Write, oh, yeah, she did. She did. And she had Michelle Williams.
Right. She
Oh.
just did write a book.
I need to read that.
How to Velcro fry.
Bean 5 in a modern world.
Anyway.
I
hope
wish her well,
she's-
man.
I do too.
I hope she's figured out more than we think she has.
Yeah, I hope she's trolling us all.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
Eminem's mom, Debbie Nelson, has passed away at the age of 69 after complications from lung cancer. Now, Eminem and his mom have always had a strained relationship. You know Debbie from songs like Cleaning Out My Closet and My Name Is. And she sued Eminem for defamation back in the day. And even though she won the judgment, a note here said she only got $1,600 of the $11 million that she was seeking.
Whoa.
Then when Eminem was voted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame recently, she congratulated her son in a video saying, Marshall, I want to say I could not let this day go by without congratulating you on your induction into the Hall of Fame. I love you very much. I knew you'd get there. It's been a long ride, and I'm very, very proud of you. So over the years, they kind of rekindled somewhat of a relationship. Never completely close, but still, it's his mom. She's super young, 69. Rest in peace to Eminem's mom. Jay-Z is releasing a coffee table book covering his career and achievements. The Book of Hove, the tribute to Jay-Z,
The
is
Book of
based.
Hova.
Is based on the popular.
He doesn't think too much of himself.
No, he's a pretty humble guy.
It's all about a popular exhibit that was held last year at the public library, and it will be released on his 55th birthday. So if you're a Jay-Z fan, look out for that. We always have to have a weekly Jelly Roll news story.
It's a
And
big day.
It's a big day.
It's a big day.
It's his birthday today. Moon will have this coming up. He's 40 years old. And so in honor of this, here's some Jelly Roll facts that you may or may not know. Like, I didn't know that his real name is Jason DeFord.
Okay.
Okay.
Neat.
And so his stage name was given to him because he was the chubby kid.
That's neat.
And he's also a college graduate.
Wow.
He got his-
That's really neat.
He got his GED in jail.
My God.
And then-
that is the neatest thing I've ever heard.
And then he went to get an associate degree in sociology from Volunteer State University.
4 letters. N-E-A-T.
He got engaged and married to Bunny XO on the same night.
Neat.
And he loves Waffle House so much that he included their logo and the name in his 2013 mixtape that was called Whiskey, Weed, and Waffle House. But the breakfast chain didn't think it was funny and immediately sent him a cease and desist letter.
That's neat.
Damn.
So happy birthday, Jelly.
Imagine Waffle House having the audacity to be like, we don't want to be affiliated with you.
Right. I mean, that.
That place is disgusting.
I guess everybody's Spotify Wrapped just came out.
Uh-huh.
Everybody's gonna be talking about this. What is your open up your Spotify's, guys?
I don't listen to music on Spotify.
My children have destroyed it.
Sure. You love the Wiggles, admit it.
No, they're teenagers. It's all the stuff I've never heard of. And I'm uncool.
Okay, what is the song I played the most?
Where do you even find such things?
It says your top songs 2024.
I don't have that, man.
Oh, maybe it didn't hit yours yet.
Yeah, it says wrapped
Oh,
at the
right,
very
you
top.
have to go to that. Okay, I see. All right, where do I go? Too many buttons here. Your Wrapped, your top songs 2024.
Top
There it is.
songs 2024.
Okay.
Everybody, if you have Spotify, go to it.
Yeah, bro, I got it.
What is your top song?
Top song. Do You Like Mikey's Mind?
What?
That's what I'm telling you. The
Rick,
next
which-
one. The next one is Strawberry Guy.
Trying to look.
Scott?
So you have to scan through all these little things to get to it?
No, it just says your top songs of 2024.
And then It Was a Good Day, Ice Cube, which
Oh, here we
I
go.
haven't listened to leisurely, so my kids are going there. Then Lil Uzi Vert, and then Yeet,
Yeet.
and then Mac Miller, Empire of the Sun, and then Red Zell, and then Mac DeMarco.
Okay, I don't know any of these guys. Cherub Rock from Smashing Pumpkins was my number one. Rush, Tom Sawyer. Alice in Chains, Man in a Box. Alice in Chains, Them Bones.
Gosh.
So it was dad
I know.
horrific
Stone Temple
playlist.
A
Pilots,
lot of
Cracker
crying
Man.
in the Jeep, I see.
I know. We'll dive into this.
Not a single
Yeah.
one of mine
Mine
is
is
on here.
Solitary Road, Charlie Crockett. Hard Luck and Circumstances by Charlie Crockett. I must have been on a Charlie Crockett bender. High Price Shoes by Prof. And The Night We Met by Lord Huron. And $10 Cowboy by Charlie Crockett. I must have listened to that album a lot.
Scott, do you have what
Yeah,
your top
the-
5 are?
The Border from Willie Nelson, Saddle Tramp from Marty Robbins, Violet Hill from Coldplay. I didn't know I listened
All right.
to that much. Broken Hearted Gypsy, Johnny Horton, and Something Real, Post Malone.
Okay. Learn cannot participate.
I cannot. I'm in Apple Music.
What a dork.
I know. Hey, there was a couple of shows that got added to the St. Louis scene yesterday. I'm just like floored by, and I had to go through this. So Spirit Box, I've been wanting them to come to the pageant. They are. April 29th, they will be here. Pierce the Veil, we announced that yesterday. They will be at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater on June 8th with Sleeping with Sirens. Bill Murray and his Blood Brothers are going to be at the pageant on April 12th. Meshuggah and Cannibal Corpse.
Whoa, that's the actual Bill Murray, not the other guy, Bill Murray.
That is the actual Bill Murray.
Wait, what is this?
Bill Murray and his Blood Brothers will be at the pageant playing music on April 12th.
Bill Murray
not-
plays music?
Not to be confused with another guy whose name is Bill Murray, Bilmuri, Bill Murray,
Yeah, not him.
who is quite
So
popular.
This
Somebody-
is the Bill
Ghostbusters,
Murray.
Bill Murray
Yeah.
will be at the pageant.
Yes, April 12th. How cool is that?
Dang.
Meshuggah and Cannibal Corpse will be at the pageant April 2nd, and Kendrick Lamar with St. Louis's own SZA will be at the Dome on June 4th. It was a huge day for music.
Hey, and by the way,
announcements yesterday.
AC/DC did announce their tour yesterday. They are saying more dates will be added
Yeah.
because there was no St. Louis date. So we're still holding out hope for an AC/DC
We'll
date
see.
in
I'll
2025.
believe it when I see it. And
They could do Busch Stadium.
yeah.
They
Did you
could
guys
do Busch Stadium.
But
see
they're
the
doing
big
Chicago,
announcement
right?
yesterday?
What?
It's coming to St. Louis.
Go.
After years and years of not being in a band together, Allison Krauss and Union Station are coming to St. Louis.
Holy
That's
smokes,
exciting.
really?
Yes. Uncle Ken sent that over.
What's the date
A
on
few other
that?
folks. It's in April, I believe.
I'm
Allison
taking that day
Krauss.
off.
You guys ready to rock?
Yeah. Allison
right.
Krauss with Robert Plant was spectacular.
Yeah.
Dude, the best
But
show I've ever seen
Jerry Douglas
live
and
ever was
Dan
Allison
Tyminski.
Krauss.
Beautiful.
Conversation.
Ricky Lake is getting into the cannabis industry. I haven't heard Ricky Lake's name in a million years. The former daytime talk show host announced that she launches Ricky Lake and Bake, a collaboration with a
Ricky Lake and Bake, of
California-based
course.
cannabis company,
Of course.
Stone Road Farms. So get yourself some of that. Ted Danson is going to be honored with the Carol Burnett Award at the 2025 Golden Globes for his outstanding contributions to TV on and off screen. We'll be able to watch that on CBS January 5th. Season 3 of White Lotus is coming in February. Peacock's Bel Air will end in season 4. Tonight you have on the tube Christmas at Rockefeller Center from New York City on NBC.
Kelly Clarkson is the host.
She is. The Backstreet Boys, Little Big Town, Jennifer Hudson. Jimmy Fallon's Holiday Seasoning Spectacular will air on NBC as well tonight, including Dolly Parton, Jonas Brothers, Justin Timberlake, among many others. Weird Al will be there, Scott.
Heck yeah.
The new trailer for Snow White is out, and I got to say, I love this. I watched the trailer this morning, and the Kristen Stewart Snow White that they did, like the Huntsman,
Yeah.
like 10 years ago or whatever, it was like kind of darker, edgier Snow White. I didn't love that, and I was looking for a live-action Disney film for Snow White that would stay true to what we remember from the cartoon, and this one definitely does, like even down to the wardrobe and costuming. She's not wearing some weird colors, you know, it's the red and blue and the yellow, the primary color dress, and what's her face? Gal Gadot plays the evil queen, and she looks very similar to what you remember from the cartoon. So
Now, who's Snow White?
I didn't know who she was.
Caitlyn Jenner.
It's she looks just like one of the Jenner girls.
What's her name?
What was the one with Michelle Pfeiffer as
Rachel Zegler.
Oh,
as the bad
I don't know
guy?
much about this.
What was the Michelle Pfeiffer one? Is that the Snow White ones or the
Was it?
the Huntsman ones? Although that was
You talking about Maleficent?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That was a pleasant surprise. That was,
Oh, those are
That's
good.
Angelina
those
Jolie.
must-
That was a great
Those
movie.
are good. I don't know much about this one.
Yeah, I don't even. I just watched the trailer today. It looks pretty cool. And the
She does look like a Kardashian sister.
She does.
That's crazy.
she looks like a Jenner girl. But the dwarves are CGI, which is cool. I don't know. It's just cute. It looks like it's going to be. What you
This is the
remember.
movie where they were shooting it and they had a scene from the dwarves and like, why are not little people not the dwarves?
Yeah, they wouldn't let little people in this.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I remember Peter Dinklage said
Hating-
something about
they were
it
hating
too.
on
Did
the
not
little
say
people.
They were, yes, I swear to God.
He did.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
He wanted to be in it. Or he
No,
was just
it's like,
advocating
this is
for little
advocating for little people.
people. Interesting.
Yep.
In celeb dating news, Sabrina Carpenter and Barry Keegan are on
Damn it.
break. Guys, I had no clue they were even dating because
Why'd
I'm
you
out
have
of the
to
loop.
Break that to us.
But they've been dating for a year, and they're both young and they're career focused, so they've decided to take a break. Finally, Apple Music released their year-end charts yesterday. The top 5 songs globally and 5 top songs in the U.S. of A. Do you know any of the songs on either of these lists?
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
What are the cats again? Please give me the specific.
This is the year-end charts globally and for the United
Oh,
States.
I thought you were going to just give them to us because I.
Oh,
Can
I
anybody
will.
name anything?
Here, I'll start.
Sabrina
globally.
Carpenter, Nespresso.
Close.
Charlie XCX.
Espresso, number
Espresso.
3.
I have an espresso machine. I love it.
It is good.
That's not a sponsored song.
Charlie XCX, and the song may elude me, but is the Apple Dance on there?
No.
Oh, that was a big TikTok song. I know that one.
Here are the 5 songs in the USA, so
Here
we
we
stop
go.
sounding old. SZA, St. Louis's own Snooze, came in at number 5. I Had Some Help from Post Malone featuring Morgan Wallen, number 4. A bar song, Tipsy from Shabuzi.
Oh, I know that one.
Number 2 is Like That from Future, Metro Boomin, and Kendrick Lamar.
And number 1.
Those,
Is Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us.
Dang. So St. Louis is repping.
St. Louis is repping for the U.S.
is that the one where the cover has the
with
Grand National? That's the sickest cover ever.
I know that Shabuzi song. That song's been.
Is that a country song?
Is that a
Hip-hop
country song?
Country song?
Nah, it's like a,
Technically.
I guess, yeah.
By the way, everything's a country song now.
Oh.
'Cause
Oh, that's
country-
right.
Country's
Even that
gone.
133-year-old song we played was a
It's
country
over.
song.
Yeah, Jelly Rolls
Everyone's
country.
gone country. Alan Jackson predicted it.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift's Cruel Summer is number 5 of the global top 5 songs. Shabuzi, a bar song. Espresso from Sabrina Carpenter at number 3. Benson Boone, Beautiful Things. And number 1 for Kendrick Lamar globally, Not Like Us. So
Okay.
congratulations to him. And that is your crap on celebrities.
Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Jen from BTS is 32. Jelly Roll is 40. Lila McCann is 43. Tyra Banks, 51. Kevin Sussman, that's Stewart from The Big Bang Theory, is 54. Jay-Z is 55. Fred Armisen, 58. Marissa Tomei, 60. Chelsea Noble, that's Kate on Growing Pains. She married Kirk Cameron, both on and off the show. She is 60. Jeff Bridges is 75. Max Baer Jr., Jethro on the Beverly Hillbillies, is 87. And congratulations
alive, huh?
to Wink Martindale, 90 friggin' 1 years old.
Wink Martindale. All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Kimmy Lee. Kimmy Lee. Today's birthday girl's been in 51 fine films, including The Ass Parade 2, Big Butt Smashdown 2, Big White Wet Butts 2, Chubbylicious 8, Chunky Chicks 29 and 33, Mega Butt 17, Scale Bustin' Babes 15, 18, 20, and 44, White Girls Got Ass 2, and who could forget a role in 2012's Fat Girls Chasing Chocolate? Kimmy Lee is 44 years old. It's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Let's play a quick game. We got Benji Molina coming in here soon. After the break, we'll play Fake News of Florida. Simple game. Rafe will read you a news headline, and you tell us if the story is something that actually happened in the great state of Florida, or is it something that we made up? 2 out of 3 right, you win your choice of prizes. Everybody gets a Moon Lifeline if they need it,
All right.
because Moon is great at this game.
That's my thing.
All right, we've got tickets to the early punk rock Christmas show on Saturday, December 7th, this coming Saturday at the pageant. We got tickets to go see AWOL Nation next Tuesday at the pageant. We got tickets to go see Dexter and the Moon Rocks next Tuesday at Del Mar Hall. We got tickets to go see the All American Rejects next Tuesday at the Factory. And we got tickets to go see Franz Ferdinand next Wednesday at the pageant. All Point Ho Ho shows brought to you by Moritz Royce Jewelry. 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Fake News of Florida is next.
I'm too.
I'll do artificial Christmas trees.
Yeah.
So no real ones.
I used to, and then I got a deal, and now I have 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna do a real one this year.
Never. You haven't done a tree yet? I guess it is only December 4th.
No.
We went a little early and put our stuff up. Kind of liked it.
No, if you got the artificial tree, most likely you got it up. But if you're gonna get a real tree, so real Christmas tree shoppers fall into 6 different categories based on when they buy their tree. So the early birds, they put up their Christmas tree before Thanksgiving. That's 14% of people. This group really has to work to keep their tree from drying out by Christmas. That's wild. Then there's the people who buy their tree over Black Friday weekend. That's 33% of people. Then there's the seasonal purists who get a tree the first weekend of December. That's 33%. So basically, 2 out of 3 people get a real Christmas tree about a month out. That also means we're in the middle of a 10-day stretch where most people get their tree.
I don't find myself ever having a real tree unless I live somewhere where it really makes sense. I know that sounds silly, but I have a couple friends. A bass player in Goldfinger actually was telling us that they got a family tradition. His kids are young, like 10 and 8, and they got a family tradition where they go up, and he lives up in Seattle, or by Seattle, and they go to this tree farm thing, and they
Cut it down.
hike up in the woods. He's like,
Griswold style.
Yeah, he's like, it's a couple 100-yard hike. It's real easy. They give you a saw. And you pick your tree. It's got a tag on it, and they tell you. You know.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
And he said he's like, it's awesome. It's the tradition that's super fun. He's like, I got to hassle with a tree for another 3 weeks, and then it goes into a lake or whatever for fish.
Then there's the people who wait until the second week of December. That's 16% of people. That's next week. Then there's the people who put it off until the third week. That's 3% of people. Then there's the Christmas Eve traditionalists who put it up on Christmas Eve. That's about 1% of people.
What the hell are these people doing?
Christmas crazy.
They like working.
There may have been a time when putting a real tree up that late had a little magic to it. But these days, it feels like a lot of effort to just have a real tree up for a couple days.
My wife did the tree farm thing growing up, which that tracks. That tracks pretty well. My father-in-law is kind of Clark Griswold. That's his favorite movie. I gave him the mug, the moose mug,
Yeah.
for Christmas, and I can see them doing a full-on Griswold.
There's a place up the
tree
road
cutting.
I'll go. It's a tree lot.
You wouldn't do the cutting?
I would.
Like,
Nobody
get it
else
yourself?
would be into it. Nobody else in my house would be into
You
it.
just be out there sawing it off yourself.
I usually get the Christmas tree by myself.
Damn kids.
Every year I ask, hey, who wants to go get a tree with me? Nobody wants to come.
Oh, it's such a cute date. You should just take your wife. Screw
She
them
don't want to
kids.
go.
They might want to go if
They
you're,
don't
if you're
want to
going
go.
up to cut it.
Every year I've asked.
I'm saying if you're going to pick one out and cut it, like
Yeah,
you know,
give 'em a
like you're
chainsaw,
actually
they'll
doing
have
that
fun.
thing.
I love the lighting at these tree lots with the little dangled lights. It's so
the string
cute.
lights?
Yes, it's adorable.
I'll go to a tree lot by myself, as is tradition, put it on top of the car.
How much does it cost? I've never done that, so $80
Like
bucks.
70 to 80
Yeah,
bucks.
70, 80 bucks.
okay.
I don't get a tall one.
Depends on the height. It's by the foot.
I like
usually.
a short,
Like
fat
a
one.
5-foot tree and certain amount, 6-foot tree.
Yeah, I think I got like a 7-foot or 8-footer. I don't have crazy high ceilings. Yeah, but then it's tradition.
Oh, ask your wife out on
I
a
go
date.
by myself. I strap it to the top of the car. I call as I'm pulling into the driveway. Open up the door. And then there's yelling as I try to get it in the tree stand.
Your hero's home.
I try to get in the tree stand. Is it straight? Is it straight? Is it straight?
You're getting
Is it
pine
straight?
needles everywhere.
Is it straight? Is it straight? Is it straight? Then you got to wait for you got to open it up and wait for the tree to fall.
The
You can't
critters
just
to
start.
run
You
out.
can't just start putting decorations on it. It's got to fall. You know, the branch has got to fall into place.
Never done that. I didn't know that.
Smells so good.
Oh, yeah, it smells great.
Yeah.
Then you yell at the dogs for don't eat ornaments,
Yeah, don't drink the water.
don't drink the water.
I know we've confused you greatly by bringing outdoors indoor.
Yeah,
and
I
then-
know you're
Oh, yeah.
confused.
And then putting water in a similar bowl to your bowl.
Yeah, but don't
and telling
drink it. Mm-hmm.
you not to drink this. Yeah, this all goes great.
Yeah.
What's the environmental take on that? Good, bad? Even keel? Is it good? Is the tree harvesting good? Is it bad? Should we not be doing it?
Well, I mean, they're tree farms, so they're planting trees specifically for this.
I get that.
Are you
I'm
really-
not trying to make a judgment either way. I'm literally asking. I
Are
have
you
no idea.
taking it away?
I've
You
never
could
looked
convince me
into it.
either way with just basic facts. I'm sure if you told me like, well, these trees otherwise wouldn't be grown.
I'm cool. But if they're like, yeah, it's actually bad, it's hurting the oxygen supply, I'd be like, oh, that
I go,
sounds
oh,
right
yeah,
too.
that's-
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah,
I don't
you're
know.
right.
I
This
don't
is
know.
bad.
I don't think about it. I
one
think
of the-
about myself.
Well, you're right. I asked the wrong guy.
And when Christmas is done and it's time to take everything down, I just throw the tree in the middle of the street. And
You
it's-
and you burn it and you set it on fire.
Absolutely. You dump it out on 270, as we all know.
Yeah. What do most folks do? They put it in a lake, which I'm sure isn't
Very few people are putting it in lakes, I think.
Oh, that's what our relatives used to do.
well, if there's a lake handy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's a handy lake, you could do that. But
Not everyone has a handy lake.
no.
Well,
No. There's usually a day where the sanitation comes and takes it.
yeah, there's that. And then
What-
also
what
Bass
do they
Pro
do?
has their recycling thing where they go
Yeah, there are
and they
places
dump
you
them
could
to
take
the
it.
lakes.
Yeah, the sanitation.
What does sanitation
Rafe,
do?
to answer your question environmentally, I'm reading here that farmers usually plant 1 to 3 seedlings in place of each tree that is cut down.
Right. So
So it's okay.
it's self-sustaining.
Yeah. The National Christmas Tree Association.
Right. Okay, good. So you can buy your tree guilt-free, Rafe.
Thanks.
It's okay. I give you permission. All right, let's give away some stuff. All right, simple game. We're going to play fake news or Florida. Okay, so Rafe is going to read you a headline, and you tell us if it's something that came from the state of Florida.
Oh, that's Florida.
Something that actually happened, or is it a headline that we made up? You have a moon lifeline, which you could use at any time, but whatever he says is binding. And he's great at this game, so use him. Try to threat you win your choice of prizes: Franz Ferdinand tickets, All American Rejects tickets, Dexter and the Moon Rocks, AWOL Nation, or Punk Rock Christmas tickets. All right, 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Let's go to the phones. And Ara, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, let's play fake news or Florida. Here we go, Rafe Williams.
This just in, a Martin County man was turned in by his neighbors for gardening in the nude on his front lawn.
I'm going to say Florida.
Show me Florida.
Oh, that's Florida.
Off to a great start.
Nice.
One
Next.
for one. Breaking news, a 22-year-old man was arrested for trying to steal a 747 at the Orlando airport.
I'll say fake news.
Ooh,
Oh, that's Florida.
that actually happened in Florida.
Did happen.
Okay,
No.
comes down to this. Don't forget you got
Tallahassee
Moon.
man, you do have moon. A Tallahassee man was arrested for bribery after offering to sleep with a female cop to get out of a speeding ticket.
I'm going to go to Moon.
All right, Moon.
Moon,
Up to you.
Repeat, please.
a Tallahassee man,
Okay,
or as we would
Tallahassee.
say in Missouri, a Tallahassee man, was arrested for bribery after offering to sleep with a female cop to get out of a speeding ticket.
Show me fake news.
Show me fake news.
Tis fake.
Yeah.
Moon.
Woo.
All right, congrats, Ara. Hang on.
Didn't feel right. He gone to Osage or what was it? What's Ocala?
Ocala.
That would have happened in Ocala, but not so much. in
Not
Tallahassee.
Tallahassee.
No, there's too
Not
much.
in the state
there's-
capital.
there's like a military
State
thing going
capital.
on down there. You're not gonna fool with that. They got better sense.
Brandon, hello.
Good morning, Ruth.
All right, Brandon, here we go. Fake news or Florida.
Brandon, this just in. 2 middle school girls were arrested for plotting to kill their classmates in the bathroom and drink their blood.
Oh, my.
Go Florida.
Show me Florida.
Oh, that's Florida.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
You knew because they was going to drink.
Okay, next.
A Tampa cop was busted for DUI in his own police car.
Florida for sure.
Show me Florida.
Did sound Florida.
Oh,
That's fake news, buddy. That's fake news. All right, comes down to this.
Good luck. This just in. A Davie, Florida mom robbed a pet store and told police a hamster told her to do it.
go Lifeline.
Lifeline.
All right, Lifeline Moon.
Dude, this
Moon, a
sounds so
Davie,
real.
Florida mom robbed a pet store and told police that a hamster told her to do it.
Everybody knows hamsters don't have that kind of sense. If it were a ferret, I would say Florida, but because it's a hamster, I say fake news.
Show me fake news.
You're right.
Yep.
All right.
Good job, Moon.
Yeah,
All
man.
right, hang on, Brandon.
Ooh, that one.
Hamsters are the deceiver.
No,
Okay.
ferrets. It's ferrets.
Ferrets.
That's no good, dude.
Shifty.
Yeah. Take me home. I'm cute and I don't smell.
Oh, I smell.
Half truths.
Bill and Festus. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, everybody. Happy birthday, Rose.
Thanks, buddy. Here we go. Bill, fake news of Florida.
Bill, a 45-year-old woman, attacked her 80-year-old father with a knife after he refused to let her finish his potato salad.
Show me Florida.
Show me Florida. Yeah.
Oh, that's Florida.
Without hesitation, Bill.
Way to go.
I mean,
Well
it's-
done.
I believe it was a German potato salad.
Oh, it's got to be.
Gotta be.
Mustard based.
Bill, a Bradenton judge, was censured after telling a female clerk she needed to, quote, shack up with somebody, end quote.
Moon, help me out here.
Say that again.
A Bradenton judge was censured after telling a female clerk she needed to, quote, shack up with somebody,
Oh, shack up with somebody.
end quote.
Okay. I was like, I don't know what's happening here. I say Florida.
Show me Florida.
Dang it.
That would sounded very Florida, but was fake.
Bill, you're on your own on this one.
Got it.
Bill, this just in, a Parkland man removed a 9-foot alligator from his pool using his bare hands.
Oh, show me Florida.
Show me Florida.
Oh, that's Florida.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, congrats, Bill. So what? We're just giving away stuff. I like this.
Yeah.
Just giving it away.
Sorry about
We
that.
go from Bill to Bob. Bob in Belleville. Hello, Bob.
What's up?
All right, Bob.
What's that?
All right, calm down, everybody.
All right.
Bill
Let's
DeBoe
settle
was
down.
a much less successful store in the mall, by the
That
way.
was way better.
All right, was that? A Tampa Bay stripper was, okay, starting over. A Tampa Bay stripper was charged with aggravated assault after she passed gas on a customer who refused to pay for a lap dance.
That sounds like Florida.
Show me Florida. No. No.
Dang.
Great story, though.
I know. It's a good one.
Yeah. All right,
Here's the
next.
comeback. This just in, a Pinellas Park man was arrested for making love to a stuffed Olaf toy inside of Target.
How about a lifeline, Moon?
Yo,
Help out.
show me Florida.
He didn't even wait.
Oh, that's Florida.
Yeah, you remember that story?
Okay.
I do remember that story.
Do you want to build a snowman?
In aisle 4.
All right, Bob comes down to this.
Good luck, Bob. This just in, a Port St. Lucie a Port St. Lucie woman was arrested for shoplifting at Walmart after putting a 12-pack of Coors Lights in her 5-year-old daughter's Barbie backpack.
That'd be Florida.
Show me Florida. No.
Bye, Bill.
Bye-bye, Billy.
That's Bob.
Man, I tried.
Well, you did your job.
Yeah, I did.
You did your part, man.
AJ in St. Louis. Good morning, AJ.
Hey, good morning, guys.
All right, AJ, here we go. Fake news or Florida?
AJ, a Bradenton man, was arrested for attacking a mechanic with a golf club because he was fixing his car too slowly.
Oh, I got to say that's Florida.
Show me Florida.
Oh, that's Florida.
Yep, that's Florida.
Yeah, that felt right.
It felt like
Next.
A West Palm Beach man caught a 17-foot, 120-pound python with his bare hands after seeing it on the side of the road.
That sounds very Florida to me.
So that's Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're damn
Oh,
right it
that's
is. Okay.
Florida.
All right, thank you, AJ. Winner.
That was the first sweep. He got it, too.
Okay, Brian in Farmington.
You know, it's a big
Good morning,
surprise
Brian.
about that last one. It's a surprise that it made a headline. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just seems like it's so Florida that I feel like
I mean, it is
it was a surprise. I
a
was
17-foot python.
right, but I was 50-50 on there that would make a headline.
Oh, made it. 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. Yes, Brian's on the phone. Hello, Brian.
Good morning.
All right, here we go.
A Broward County man bought whoa, turn the radio down, bud. A Broward County man brought a tiger into a grocery store and later told police it was his therapy animal.
Fake.
Show me fake. Yes. Fake indeed. Okay, next.
Killing it. A Key West woman was busted for drunk driving a boat with 3 kids on board.
Florida.
That's a fake one, actually.
That was Lake of the Ozarks.
Yeah. All right,
It
comes
would
down
have
to
been
this.
12 kids if it was Florida. Finally, this, a naked man started a house fire while baking cookies on his George Foreman grill.
Florida.
Show me Florida.
Oh, that's Florida.
Yeah, didn't even take the line.
All right. Hang on, Brian. Let's do 2 more here. Robert in Overland. Hello,
Naked
Robert.
baking cookies.
Hey, good morning.
Robert, here we go.
On a Foreman grill.
Naked cookies on the Foreman grill. Love that.
A security guard was fired after uploading videos of his farts to Instagram.
Oh, say that again.
A security guard was fired after uploading videos of his farts to Instagram.
I'm going to go with Florida.
Oh, that's Florida.
Nice.
Yep, we did have that story. I remember talking about that. Okay, next.
Police in Key West seized a Cookie Monster doll that contained 300 grams of cocaine.
Say that again.
Police in Key West seized a Cookie Monster doll that contained 300 grams of cocaine.
Cocaina.
Cocaine.
That sounds like Florida.
It sure does. Because it
Oh,
is
that's
Florida.
There you
Florida.
go.
C is for cookie, but also for cocaine.
One final contestant. Learn, pick 2 or 3.
And he does kind of seem like he's zooted out,
He's-
if you really look at Cookie Monster's behavior.
Well, he's hyped on cookies. Man.
3.
3. Lucas in Bonne Terre. Good morning, Lucas.
Just as addictive.
morning, ladies.
Hello.
What's that?
Hello, Lucas.
Hey.
All right, here we go.
How it ain't going down there in Bontier?
A good land.
A Palm Beach man was arrested after he was found with 2 boxes of election votes in the back seat of his car.
Fake news.
Fake news, yes. All
correct.
right, 1 for 1. Next.
A Hollywood sheriff was charged with indecent exposure after driving pantsless to pick up his wife from a bar.
That's Florida.
All right, show me Florida. No. That is fake news, and it comes down to this, Lucas.
I did feel very Florida for your defense. Here we go. Final one, Lucas. Good luck. A Pensacola man became an internet celebrity after his giant neck made him the subject of 1 million jokes on social media.
That's Florida.
That is
Florida.
Oh,
yes.
that's Florida.
That is so Florida.
All right, hang on, Lucas. Lucas is all business.
Where Florida man came from. Yeah, he's in Montana.
Didn't they do a Florida man?
Yeah.
That was an episode.
That's where the term Florida man came from, was
It's
this guy.
The guy with the
Bone
giant
Terry. Okay, we're getting a lot of messages.
Bone Terry.
Bone Terry.
Bone
That's
Terry.
how it's pronounced.
Well, thank you
Back
for,
up, Terry.
for all your phone calls, and congratulations to all our winners. Hey, is Benji Molina here yet? Anybody?
I haven't got a text.
Anybody?
Well, maybe he'll be on. He's supposed to be here about 8.
Let me check my
8:20, so
text.
He lives down the street.
We are here, it says.
Oh, okay, then
30
there you
seconds
are.
ago.
Oh, great. All right, well, we'll chat with our buddy Benji Molina next.
Hey, what's going on? This is Tom Arnold. I like fat women and cocaine, and I also like listening to the Rizzuto Show. That's the show you're listening to now. It's my favorite show. It's my sponsor's favorite show. Probably shouldn't say that out loud, but it's true. Anyways, happy birthday, Riz.
All right. What's so funny, Rafe?
Just an ill-timed recording.
Yes.
This is always funny.
Welcome back to the Riz Show, and I'd like to welcome back to the Riz Show studios our buddy World Series champion Benji Molina.
Ooh, did you see those? Did you see those clapping? You know,
There's a
I
lot,
got some
yeah.
fans here, man.
Yeah, you do, man. Let's clap again, guys. All right.
There you go.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. First of all, thank you.
Oh, dude,
Thank
you
you.
always.
Seriously, I
You don't
I,
need an invitation. Just show up. I mean, you're right down the street. Just show up.
And I told you guys, man, I'm ready for pinch hitting. You know, whenever you guys need me, I'm really close to here. So, but thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so, oh man, for next year's Home Run Derby, we really need to use
Yeah, it's time for
Benji
us
to
to
help
bring
us
her
out.
on.
Oh, yes, you need to help us.
Well, maybe not. I mean, yes, you could hit for us, or you could teach us how to properly hit.
Oh my goodness.
I mean,
you guys need help for real?
Yeah.
I went to Scott Cooper this year. I went to the Coop down in Crestwood, and he straightened me out, straightened my softball swing out a little bit.
Yeah, Rafe did great.
But we need all the help we can get.
Yeah.
Learn did
definitely
great.
need help.
I need some help.
Well, let me know with 2 years in advance so I can get my body ready.
2 years in advance.
We're telling you now. I think
I'm
it's
telling you now. So in
like
for
June or whenever
for
it is.
2027's Home Run Derby, I should be fine.
That's
Fix
where
my
we make
swing.
our mistake every year, man, is we go to the cages 2 days before, and everyone's so sore because we're all 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't hit the actual
happens.
thing.
I'm telling you, it happens. You need to get ready. You need to get warmed up for at least 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's a big mistake of ours. Yeah, the week before we should be fine. Take some cuts. Nah.
Hey, I remember our parts, they're not sold in Walgreens anymore.
No.
So, you know, you got to be careful with
They're
that.
not.
Too.
We got to take care of our bodies, guys.
That's right. Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourselves. Listen, Benji's here to talk about the Christmas toy drive. So this year, you could drop off toys for the kids at 3 locations. Ted Drew's on Chippewa, 314 Sports Cards, and Taqueria Durango in Overland. And this coming weekend, you'll be out signing autographs, taking pictures at some of these places. So if you want to explain what's going on.
Oh, man, this is something very cool. I hope and I pray that the whole Cardinal Nation and the whole St. Louis here area can help us out because we're helping so many kids with this. Last year, 314 Sports was awesome. We got so many. We help out sweet celebrations, and there were so many kids that had a toy when they, normally they don't. So this time we expanded a little bit. We went to 314. We're going to be in Ted Drew's on Saturday. I'm sorry, let me get it straight here.
Ted Drew's on Saturday. You'll be out there from noon to 2.
Yes, noon to 2. And then 2 of them on Sunday.
So this Sunday, you'll be at 314 Sports Cards from 10 to noon.
Yes.
And then you'll head out to the Taqueria Durango in Overland from 1 to 3.
Yeah, so, I mean, just letting the people know that help us out. Show up out there, show up, give me your toy. I'll sign, I'll take a picture, whatever you guys want. It'll be super cool just to be able to help out again with all these 3 locations now.
Yeah, so it's a new unwrapped toy. Bring
Yes.
it down and just to meet Benji. He's a great guy.
The best.
You are the best. How was your Thanksgiving? Were you here or did you go somewhere else?
No, I stay here. I stay here in St. Louis. It was great. It was good. A couple of the kids got a little sick, so we couldn't go where we were planning to go.
Right.
We had to stay home. But it was great.
Do you cook or your wife cook? What's
cook.
the food situation?
I cook. Well, I mean, we both do, but most of the time, I love doing that. I love it. It's kind of relaxing to me.
Me too. I love cooking.
I love cooking.
Like the kitchen is my
Oh yeah.
I create, and I like to watch people eat what I create.
Yeah.
There's
And you
a
know who my
satisfaction.
teacher was? My mom.
Well, what's a Puerto Rican Thanksgiving like?
It's in food. It's rice and peas, right? Arroz con gandules, which is rice and peas. You have the potato salad.
Okay.
You have the big ham.
Oh, so no turkey?
Yes, turkey.
Turkey and ham?
And ham. The
Okay.
big ham, and it's cut like in slices. Let me see. Pasteles, which is Mexican tamales. But the Mexican tamales is corn, right?
Yeah.
The masa.
Oh, so
Ours
good.
is plantain.
Oh,
masa.
Sweet.
that sounds
So
amazing.
it's different.
Yummy.
Yeah.
And it's so good, man. And then the drinks is coquito. It's coquito. It's like an eggnog for you guys,
Yeah.
but a different flavor for our culture.
Yeah.
A little rum too, if you want to.
What about?
I'll bring you guys a bottle.
I would love it.
You guys can try it, and you
I
guys
would
can
love
tell me how it is.
What about mofongo?
Mofongo. I mean, mofongo is all all the year.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite.
Yes, I make that
it's
at home.
smashed
And
plantains.
Yes.
But you have to have a special thing like a wooden.
yeah, a pilon is something that when you do the plantains, you put them in there and you smash them in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
You get them out, you put them into like a little ball like this, and then you do steak,
Garlic or
Yeah.
you put
shrimp, or
so good.
Okay,
Sounds
I'm in.
so
really
good.
good.
We went to Vieques.
Oh, Vieques is pretty, man.
Nice, right?
It's
Some
very
of-
nice.
Some of the best beaches I've ever seen.
Is that where you had to stay in the Palapa?
No, that was in Mexico. No, we rented a car in Vieques. So we flew into San Juan.
You had to take a ferry, right?
Well, we took a plane. So
no,
it was
to Vieques, to Vieques.
Well, no, we flew from San Juan to Vieques in a small
wow.
little plane.
Okay.
And I sat next to the pilot. And my wife and I were with another couple, and one of the women in the back of the plane cried the entire time.
Wait, a 15-minute flight.
We were so close to the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this island, it's off the coast of Puerto Rico. I mean, wild horses
Oh,
Oh, that's cool.
just running around.
beautiful.
The most gorgeous beaches you will ever see.
It is very nice.
The bioluminescent.
Yeah, it was.
That's so cool.
At night?
That'd be awesome.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So I mean, white sand,
Clear water, too.
clear water. Now, unfortunately, it was used by the Navy as a bombing
What?
area.
What the
so
heck?
So the
There are
horses
cer-
are not happy.
There are certain areas you cannot go to because there's still live munitions. They say don't go here.
And they kick him
Cool,
out.
man.
The Puerto Rican people fought for that.
Yeah.
Like to kick him out of there
Yeah.
because of that reason. You know, they didn't want to be involved with it.
And the beaches are named like Blue Beach, Red Beach, Yellow Beach because that was the military.
Wow.
Golly.
It's pretty cool. It's
Come to
pretty
me
cool.
for more knowledge on Vieques.
Thank you.
I got you, man. I got you. I got to ask you a couple questions about your playing career, your illustrious MLB career, which lasted how many years? How many years were you?
20 professional seasons, 13 and a half in the major league.
I mean, that's
Wow, dude.
amazing. What's the average MLBer like?
Probably 6 to
6 years?
6 to 8 years, maybe. That was the last time I saw that.
6
So,
to 8 years.
5.6, it says.
5.6 years.
Wow, it went down big.
Yeah.
And listen, every catcher has stories of taking foul tips off every part of their body. Which one was the worst? Like, do you remember a time where you took a bad foul tip during a game?
I think there's 2 of them. These catching hand on the tips, my fingers are like how do you say that? The
Like numb?
bone,
Numb?
Like a-
the tips is
Oh, the fat's
shattered.
gone?
Like the tips of your finger are
It's
shattered?
It's shattered. So every time I touch him like that, it hurts. You know.
Whoa,
Man.
So I caught like my last 3 years with it. Didn't say anything, and I was playing in San Francisco, which it was freezing.
yeah.
And every time
and
I
those
had
cold,
oh my god,
those early spring and late fall.
It was the 8th inning one time. It was super cold, and I got one at the beginning of the inning. And I look at Bruce Bochy, and I'm like, I don't know if I can keep going, man. I mean, and I kept losing my hand. So 2 hours later, I got another one. So I got up and walked into the dugout because I couldn't feel my hand. So I think that one's probably those right here on the hand
Right.
is probably the worst ones. The third time, I didn't remember. These times, I don't know anything about concussions.
Yeah.
In my head, that word didn't even exist. So I got 3 times.
Oh,
So
foul
the
tip in
third
the head?
time, I couldn't even see for a short period of time, and until I shake my head, and I couldn't even see.
And listen, I mean, you do wear heavy duty masks.
Yeah.
I mean, mask technology has come a long way
Oh,
since the
Since that
the
little
early
one.
days.
Yeah.
But still, though, it's
It's still a rock
it's
coming
still-
at
yeah.
100 miles an hour,
Yeah.
hitting you in the face.
And if it hits you on the sides, I was using the hockey mask. If it hits you on the side, people think it doesn't hurt. I mean, it reflects it hits the side of it, but it burns your face.
Yeah, you were still wearing the mask with the backwards helmet and ripping it off. Now the masks are like almost like hockey goalie masks.
Yeah, they done a great job, man. The All-Stars masks are amazing. The way they protect your brain, and things like that. It's super cool. But before then,
Yeah.
I didn't know what concussion was.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Even the chest protectors are so different now and so much more protective.
They're hard.
One of the scariest things I ever did was Brad Thompson, who pitched for the Cardinals, World Series pitcher. He was gonna pitch, and Riz stood in at bat with Brad Thompson, and somebody had to play catcher. And I was a second baseman and a shortstop, so I never played catcher. And I got some equipment from the 90s, and it's so thin. It was so small.
yeah.
And I was like, what am I going to do? And this dude whipped in some curveballs and, 90-mile-an-hour fastball, and it hurt so bad. Benji, it hurts. My hand is still afraid.
Oh, yeah.
It hurt, and I'm a good player, but, it was so painful. I can't imagine doing this for 20 seasons with the best of the best, and the pitchers that you caught are some world-class, ridiculous, heroes in baseball.
Do you ever have a foul ball go up underneath?
Oh, yeah. Many times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not straight on like Yachty did.
Yeah, Yachty took one.
at that time.
Yeah.
Not like that. Not straight on. But usually it will hit
It'll
you.
graze you. And you go, that was a close call.
Oh, man. No, I went down a couple of times. And really hard. I couldn't breathe. I didn't know what was going on, but obviously it was a hit, right?
I have audio of that.
That's actually pretty close.
Yeah, take your breath away. Now, I mean, you've caught some legendary pitchers. Now, be honest, who was the hardest to keep under control on the mound? Because not only are you a catcher, but sometimes you got to be therapist.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be a therapist.
Not sometimes.
All the time.
All the time. Every single day you're catching a different guy. When you have the bullpen coming in, they are all different. Mentality, mental-wise, they're very different. So I think Ramon Ortiz was my toughest issue with the Angels because, and let me tell you this, I grew up with him in the minors.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you
like
came up
rookie, all those levels that I played, he played with me. But that made it a little easier, but that tells you how hard he was. For me, he was tough because he did not understand how to get the hitters. He did not understand to watch videos. He did not understand anything. I had to guide him the whole way. And if he checked me off, I was so mad because I was prepared, but he wasn't.
You were
Things
watching
like
the
that,
film.
so-
You were getting, you knew what was going on.
And he was more of, no, I haven't thrown a curveball in so long. I got to throw one.
Yeah.
And we might not need it. You know what I'm saying? So he was by far on and off the field because he has his trouble off the field. And these guys, most of them didn't know how to write or read, didn't know English.
Mm-hmm.
So I was everything. I had to go to their places so many times. Socia would call me. He's like, hey, Bimo, I need you. Can you go get them? They're having an argument with the wife or they're doing this or... And I'm like, so I need a rest, man. And he goes, I'm not a babysitter. And he goes, no, but I need you. So I did it so many times. I think him was the hardest one.
But even during the game, just to calm somebody down.
Yep.
They had a couple bad, a couple bad pitches or a couple bad, at bats. How do you calm somebody down? I mean, if I'm rattled.
Well, you have to understand the person, first of all. You cannot go to him and in a way that he might be even worse after you talk to him.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I knew the guy, I grew up with him. So one time we were in Toronto and they had a powerhouse. They had a really good team. And we're beating them one hitter in the 7th inning. He's throwing great, Ramon. He's throwing great. And here I'm thinking, okay, he haven't shaken me off. That's pretty cool.
That's good.
That's good. And one hitter, we win in 3-0 or something. So here comes Vernon Wells, and he starts shaking me in the signs. And I'm like, what the heck? It's like, that's kind of strange. So he walked him, and I went with him, too. So, and then here comes Albert Bay, and he walked him. Before you know it, here comes Carlos Delgado.
Okay.
And that's a tie and run. And I'm like, oh, man, what am I? So I went to the mound, and I said, hey, man, please, just go with me. And we get this guy out, and we probably have you a win. So, okay. So as first as I went, put the sign, he goes, nope.
Shakes
no.
off.
And I'm like, he just said yes. He just said, yeah, go. So and I'm like, looking at him, I look at Socia, and he's like, shaking his head. So I went with Ramon, 3-run bomb. Right?
Yeah.
So he was throwing great and tight game. The next batter, he keeps shaking me off. Another home run. So we lose the game on that inning just because
He shook you off. And he was-
like his mind told him to shake me
Yeah.
off because he was doing great for 6 innings. Never shook me off once. And then his inning. So those are the things that people do not understand. The pitchers think they know it. They know what they're doing. They know what they think. But as catchers, we are behind it. We see everything. We see the videos. We see these. We pick up swings. You know, just because the guy is a fastball hitter doesn't mean you're not going to throw it. Things like that, you know? So, but sometimes you get it. It sometimes happen.
I think it's fun that you do have to be a therapist too. You gotta go
yeah.
out there and you got to calm these guys down.
yeah.
They've been rattled.
Yeah, I'm curious if it ever happens at home. The wife's having a bad day. You just take the whole family. You're like, hey, let's go to the mound.
They have a
The
conversation.
kids come in. They got their gloves over their face. Like,
Yeah,
what's
she's
going on?
shaking you off.
Just go with me. Just go with me for the next.
No, I don't want
She's-
Starbucks. I want this one.
I imagine her shaking you off when you were cooking Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh my gosh. She
You're like,
came
you were
in.
putting salt in something, and she was going.
It was funny. And she came in and saw and what I was doing. And I was like, You know, like, okay, I got this.
If Ramon was the hardest, was there an easiest to work with? Like somebody that was just always you synced up real well?
Yeah, I have a guy I'm interested in after this.
It was a few. It was a few because I caught Roy Halladay, which for me was unreal. Like, and he did not shake you off. People think that he has his own brain, and because he was so good. No, man, he'll go with his catcher. And
trusted you?
let's go.
Wow.
Oh yeah, he'll go. The next one is Lincecum. Because
Right.
Lincecum is one on, like Ramon, like he didn't watch video for nothing.
Really?
So good. He was so good for those first couple of years.
Yeah.
That was a-
Yeah, so we won the Cy Young twice, like in
Right.
a row, and I caught him all the starts, and he didn't shake off, but he knew. He knew that he didn't watch video.
Right.
He'll show up 20 minutes before game. He'll get out 5 minutes before the game starts.
Eventually, that'll catch up to you.
Oh, he will, and he did.
And it did.
And he did, and I told him that. I said, hey, you better be prepared because you're going to have to pitch.
Tim Lincecum had one of the greatest starts of a career in Major League Baseball history.
And he had a good career.
He had a good career, but it was a
was short.
pretty quick drop off
Yep.
But maybe that tells
after
you
some dominance.
the difference too. Like when you're working with a catcher like Benji that you trust and that's doing the work, that's putting all that kind of stuff in. He was showing up, trusting your work, trusting your knowledge, and just throwing pitches.
Were you a trash talker?
I wasn't. I mean, there was a couple guys that I really did not like. I cannot mention the names here.
Oh,
but-
yes.
Can you just give us
can.
what
No
you would
one's
say to
listening.
them?
Yeah,
I'm
Write them on
very
this piece of
interested.
paper, and I'll say it.
Come on, man.
So no, they were so.
It's all in the past.
You know, like you would say hi, they would never answer back, and they were always talking to the umpire or whining, or you know, and those guys they stick on your head because you didn't want anything. You know, like
Yeah.
they take forever to get on the box.
I believe you wrote down Ozzy.
It's like what the hell?
Nicest guy in baseball.
Hey, don't say that. I love Ozzy.
Dude, I cried when he came in here. I hugged him, and I had to take him.
Yeah, Ozzie Smith came in here and he cried, and
It was like meeting your.
Mark
It was like
cried.
meeting your imaginary best friend from childhood.
Hey, let me tell you, Ozzy. I mean, St. Louis has been blessed in baseball, right? Because
Yeah.
of the players that came through, and the way that the Cardinals treat the alumni, nobody does. Believe me, I've been in a couple things with the Angels, and I've been in a couple things with the Giants, and there's nobody that treats the alumni better than St. Louis, the Cardinals.
You know, it's great because the Blues are the same way. The St. Louis Blues treat their alumni.
It's amazing.
So two fantastic alumni programs in St. Louis.
Yes, it's unbelievable, and as now it's my 9th year doing the Spanish radio, and it feels like, man, they embrace me. Like, I mean, I told you before, I'm doing this to help out the community because what they did with Yadi for so many years. Yadi's not here right now, but I am. And I want to, it's in a way of saying thank you to them and saying, appreciate that the way they took care of my brother, you know, for that many years. And that's why I do these things. I think St. Louis, the Cardinals, do a great job. I mean, I'm serious. We've been lucky to have those guys. I mean, they've been passing to a better life, you know, the great ones, you know, they've been dying, you know, off late. But to have Ozzie Smith, as your alumni guy,
Yeah,
come
your
on, man.
ambassador.
It's unreal.
It's-
and the
it's
way
amazing.
he is, such a nice guy, man.
Yeah.
He's a good
It's
dude.
unreal. He's a real nice guy.
I do want to ask a follow-up question, though, because I'm very curious about this. Brothers, when your brothers came to bat, what were the rules? Because you guys all had to, there had to be times you were behind the plate when your brothers came up to bat.
Yeah, it was tough in two different ways. You want to get him out because that's what you do. You want to get him out.
Right.
But you
probably know
feel
things
bad
know.
because it's your
Is it
brother.
your brother? And you love your brothers.
Yeah. And
Did you talk trash to them when they came up?
a couple of times.
That's
yeah,
the
we
best.
did. We
But
did.
you know their weaknesses too,
Yeah.
so you're like, oh, throw a
Yeah,
curveball
dude, I wanna hear
outside.
that.
I can imagine Yachty being a good trash talker.
He messes with you. Like he would tell you when you're just getting ready, he would tell you, hey, here's a curveball, man, just stay back. And then fastball, bam. And you're like, what the? And then he'll throw dirt in your feet and you're like in the middle of the pitch. So you're ready to hit and he'll throw dirt or
I
you know,
love
like,
that.
like
Me too.
and he gets your mind.
Dude, I'd be bringing up stuff from childhood. Like, remember when you got your head stuck in the banister? And then Sally's house, everybody laughed at you? Anyway, fastball, inside. I'd be bringing up the most embarrassing moments of your life to get my brother.
Hey, I got hit by Joel Pinheiro. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I don't remember the name.
And I got hit in the knee because Yachty, I was like this, ready to hit, and the pitcher kept going, no. And the third time he said yes. And he was a sinker inside.
Yeah.
And he hit me right on the knee, and he felt so bad. He grabbed me by the waist, and he was like, are you okay, bro? This guy, I told him not to throw inside. I told him outside. I mean, he was going off because I got hit.
Yeah.
I said, bro, I'm okay. Don't worry. I can't steal anymore, but I'm all right. And he started
Mr.
laughing.
Speed. Yeah, Benji Molina is known as Mr. Speed.
Hey, it took you a little bit to catch on that one.
I do have. How slow is Benji Molina?
It's slow enough to hit a triple.
Okay.
When you hit the triple, you hit the ball. They go to commercial, and then they come back when you're stepping at third base. Hey, that's slow enough.
How many stolen bases in your career?
Oh my gosh. Wow.
3.
3. I was gonna say 8, but that was triples.
3 stolen bases. Benji's 3 stolen bases. In
Wait,
his
one
career.
doesn't count because I stole it off my brother.
And he didn't throw?
No way.
No. Well, he stole off me first, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
So this is an interesting stat. This is an interesting stat. So your 3 stolen bases in your career are the second fewest of any player with at least 5,000 plate appearances. Who's number 1? So you are the second fewest stolen bases of any player with at least 5,000 plate appearances. Who is in front of you as maybe considered the slowest?
It had to be the slowest, right? If you're really in front of me,
Who was it?
oh my gosh,
John Kruk,
This person only stole 2 bases
Fielder Jr.
in their
with
career.
the with
senior.
the whole.
with at least 5,000 at bats.
Cecil Fielder Sr. is a good guess.
No, he was pretty fast.
Cecil was?
What about
Yeah.
Mo Vaughn?
The junior.
Mo Vaughn?
Hey, Mo Vaughn. That's a
Wasn't Mo Vaughn,
That's a good answer.
It wasn't
I played
John
with
Kruk?
Mo.
not John
Played for a
Kruk.
while.
I played with Mo. He couldn't move.
The answer is Cecil Fielder,
The dad.
Nice.
the dad. Cecil Fielder Sr.
Good job, Scott.
has only
wrong
2
way.
stolen bases.
I saw one highlight the other day of him stealing his first bag, but I didn't know it was only 2.
Only 2. One of 2.
Hey, well, I hit a cycle, and I hit a cycle one more than Willie Mays,
Wow.
and now I
okay.
have 3 stolen base, and Cecil Fielder have 2.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got to remember that. I got to talk about it.
That's awesome, man.
For a guy that has only 1 tool,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now, what do you think about the pitch clock? First year for the pitch clock. Were you okay with it?
I am not okay. It helps in the end. It helps because it cut short the game.
Shortens the game.
I get it, but it doesn't help the pitching. The pitcher needs a little time, man, to recover from those pitches. Let me go to the 6th inning, and let me go to the 85th pitch, something like that. And then the pitcher is throwing, and you have to, he doesn't have more gas, he's getting there. So all of a sudden he throws 3 pitches, and he needs that extra,
That actually goes up a couple seconds.
Would you be all right if it was something like a pitch clock until the 5th, and then after the 5th inning, the pitch clock goes away?
That would be fine. I would be fine with it.
I wonder if something like that
that'd be
happens,
cool.
if enough pitchers and catchers are saying, like, hey, man, like, these guys are gassing out when they don't need to necessarily, and it's all because of the pitch clock.
Yeah, because they have a catch and throw.
Yeah.
It's catch and throw.
It's moving the game along, and were baseball ratings up this year? I believe they were.
Yeah, I mean, I think it did its job, but now that you can see the effect of it, and catchers and pitchers are feeling the effects of it, you want to protect these guys.
Yeah, and the pitching is getting hurt.
Right.
A lot more pitchers are getting hurt. Maybe they cannot take that push.
Well, I wonder if there's a balance, like after the 6th.
I don't know why the owners agree to this, first of all, because the owners are losing an hour, close to an hour.
Beer sales.
Of game. Now they have to push the 7th, the 8th, and 9th inning sales.
Yeah.
They didn't need to do that before. I don't know how they agree to it. I think many of the rules in baseball I'm not in favor of. I mean, I am an old school guy. Leave the game how it is. I don't want anybody hurt. Of course, the hitting on the catcher and things like that. I don't like it. Obviously, somebody can really get hurt on those. But breaking up the double play and things like that, and the 4-pitch walk.
Intentional walks.
Why are you gonna have to point? Okay, you go to first. No, make him throw the 4 pitches.
Make him throw
things like that.
Yeah, because hey, I'm sure you've seen it before.
Seen it.
Anything
I'm sure, intentional walk. You put your arm out, and they sail the ball.
Oh yeah. So, but for me, old school baseball. That's my baseball.
Well, they're also talking about these robo-umps now, which they've been trying out in the minor leagues. I don't know if you know about this, so it's...
I don't like it. I think it takes
robot
the baseball.
umpire.
Yeah.
That
takes the baseball away. Think about
element?
this. This is the strike zone. That ball is gonna come this way. It's gonna hit the strike zone, and it's gonna bounce. And the catcher is blocking the ball in the dirt.
Yeah.
But and the way it hit the strike is a strike. How is that gonna be? And then the curveball on top too, or whatever pitch it is, and he hit that, and the catcher is going this way. Strike because he hit the zone. I don't think it's going to look good for baseball. I don't like it. Same way with the outside pitches. Here's a strike. The ball's going to cross that box.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to say it's a strike, and the catcher's going to reach out to it, and everybody's like, oh, yeah, that's a ball. Oh, strike because he hit it. I don't know. There are going to be issues with that thing.
Yeah,
I don't
feel
like
bad
it.
for the guys in the minors that have played. It's so hard to make it to the major leagues already. They've played this way their whole lives, and they're being the guinea pigs for stealing first base on a pass ball and
robo umpires
and things where it's like they've fought so hard to get there, and it's so hard to make that leap into the pros, and now they have this extra obstacle of like, we're having all this stuff field tested on us.
Isn't it hard for the minor leagues to get there because these days there's not a hitter, right? There's not like top hitters. There's all in the middle. So if you put these on, do you imagine how lower they're going to be? Because they're not going to be able to hit those balls.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to hit that slider, that curve on the dirt. Nobody's going to be able to. So if you have an average hitter that you think he's a major league hitter, and you bring him up, you think he's going to be okay?
Right.
He's going to be really below.
Yeah.
He's going to struggle.
I don't like the anti-human element to it either. I think that the more and more we get into AI, I'm very much against AI on a number of
Well,
levels.
you know me. I'm embracing it.
And you embrace it. But to me, the imperfections of an umpire is what adds to the game, right? Like if we want something to be perfect all the time, it's a perfect pitch, it's a perfect call, you're going to lose an element of sports in general that I think people aren't
Yeah,
realizing.
there's definitely an argument to make
100%
about that.
I like that you mentioned that because how many World Series, including the Cardinals, were missed in that year with the Kansas City Royals? If it was a replay, they probably won that World Series.
Yeah.
So, but it's the umpires. I mean, and it's always been that way.
Right.
That's what I love.
Well, listen, Benji's got to go.
What?
I know. I'm being told he's got to go to another radio
Oh,
station.
I had a question I really wanted to ask.
Next time. He's right down the street. We
I have
call him
my question.
anytime.
I know,
I
we
have
could
a
call
good
him
question.
anytime.
Listen, Benji Molina's Christmas Toy Drive, 3 locations for drop-off all week long. Ted Drew's on Chippewa, 314 Sports Cards, Taqueria, Durango, in Overland. You'll be at Ted Drew's on Saturday from noon to 2, 314 Sports Cards from 10 to noon, and at the Taqueria on Sunday from 1 to 3. Bring a new unwrapped toy. Benji will take a picture with you, ask him all the questions you want.
Yes, and really, this is not actually for me. It's more for the community. It's more for the kids in need. So
Right.
let's help them out. Let's
help 'em out.
have them have a great Christmas.
Well, listen, if you missed any of that information, we'll put it up on our social medias. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Benji Molina. All right, we love you, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
We'll get to your emails here in just a second. Now we're getting all these year-end lists, and Rover.com released their annual lists of the most popular dog and cat names. All right, give them to me.
Show me Clover and Willow for cats.
You want to do cats first, or you want to do dogs first?
Let's do cats first.
Okay, so we got male cat names and female cat names, and this is according to Rover.com.
Female, Bella.
So you said Willow?
Yeah.
That is the 8th top cat name
For females?
for female cats.
Oh, well, I named him Willow after Willow, the movie from the 80s.
Your Willow is a dude?
Yeah.
Ooh, this
A
is
dude.
Willow.
Man,
The original
Mardigan
Willow.
and Willow.
That's right.
Yeah.
These people today,
Yeah, what fool
Willow
would
is a
not
girl's
know
name.
that?
On Rover.com thinks Willow's a girl's name.
Clearly not cinephiles.
Right.
All right, show me some more, or give me some more.
Bella.
Who? Okay, what?
Bella.
Bella is the 3rd name for female cats. What'd you say, Rafe?
Luna.
Luna is the #1 female cat name.
Man,
in
people love the
2024.
moons.
Yeah.
What's up?
What about like Lily or Mittens?
Lily's #2.
Swift.
Mittens.
Mittens did not make the list.
Socks.
Garfield.
No. You guys didn't give me any male cat names.
Felix.
You didn't ask for him.
Dave, no, did not make the top 10.
Jim.
Nope.
Is there any human name on there?
They're pretty much all human names.
Okay.
Ted.
Nothing like abstract.
Bob.
Hank.
Willie.
Did
Kevin.
you say Milo? Yes, Milo. was
Yeah,
not.
that was my first one.
Milo.
Otis.
Oliver, #2.
Oliver.
Leo, 3.
yes.
Charlie, Loki.
You know what? Leo is a good cat name.
I love the name
So
Leo.
is Charlie.
I was almost
Yeah.
a Leo.
Charlie's a great cat or dog name.
Yeah. I
I'd
don't
have,
know
been,
Charlie's.
I'd have been okay with being a Leo at this point, but man, I'm glad my childhood in the 80s I wasn't a Leo. It wasn't right for that.
Leonardo? Dude,
What,
you would
for,
have
No,
swooped
Not
up.
Leonardo. It was just Leo.
Oh.
Yeah. My mother's father passed away first, so thanks.
Max, #6. Simba,
Simba.
#7.
R.I.P.
Oh,
to
yeah.
Simba.
Oh yeah, Nala didn't make the other one. Oh no, we're
These
talking
are
about
dudes.
cats.
Dude cat names. Jack, Ollie, and Jasper. Female cat names: Luna, Lily, Bella, Lucy, Callie,
Nice.
Nala,
Oh, there you go.
Kitty, Willow, Cleo, and Daisy.
Kitty cat.
What is the top male dog name?
Bruno. Max.
Bruno.
Jack.
It's Max.
Max is #2.
Oh.
Charlie.
Charlie's #1.
Dang.
Duke is #10. I love that name.
Duke is
Duke.
so
I know
good,
a couple
man.
Dukes. Those are-
Milo, Cooper, Buddy, Teddy, Rocky, Bear, Leo.
I love Bear.
Dukes always make cool dogs too. Like for some reason, all the Duke dogs, because I've known a few of them, they're all really cool dogs.
You know what? I've
They're all
met a
cool.
couple Duke dogs too.
They're all cool personalities. Somehow it does something. Mm-hmm. What's in a name? A lot apparently.
Regal.
Because Dukes are cool.
You got nicknames for, like I call Clover Bear. Like that's pretty much her name. She doesn't even know that Clover exists when I'm talking to her. Do you guys call your animals by different names?
Well, I mean, cat is cat,
right.
and then
New dog.
New dog.
For some reason, I call Callie Calvin.
Calvin.
It makes no sense.
Dude.
Or Cookie or
Cute.
or whatever. Yeah.
The more we just said Duke, and I know we just talked about vasectomies, and if, I'm in the club and all that. Man, if I were ever to have a kid, I would actually I'd
Duke?
push hard for Duke.
yeah.
That'd be
Duke,
tight.
Duke is a good solid name.
Female dog names: Luna, Bella, Daisy, Lucy, Lily, Lola, Zoe, Sadie, Coco, and Bailey. Now, The more interesting parts of this report from Rover.com are the unique names people are choosing. And in 2024, names inspired by foods and celebrities are big.
Cranberry.
For cats, provolone is up 509%.
That's
Nice.
not true.
Provolone.
It's up 500% because someone finally named one animal provolone. Get out of here.
Cute.
Provolone.
I'd name all my cats cheeses if I could do it over.
Jesus, yeah, maybe. Like brie, I get that. Provolone, what?
What's up, cheddar?
Cheddar's awesome.
Yeah.
Cheddar
Some
makes
other
everything
Munster seems like a bad confession.
Some other trending names include casserole.
better. This is not true.
Yeah, catterole.
No, it is. Cat people are weird, and they name their cats oddly.
Yeah, these are all cat names, by the way. Casserole,
Well, okay.
burrito, dumpling,
Dumpling's cool.
port, like the wine, Taylor Swift, and Styles.
Styles
Little
is
Harry
kinda funny.
Styles.
My good friend had a cat named Chair.
Puns like Minnie Mouse and Leonardo DiCaprio Meow are also popular.
Not DiCaprio?
DiCaprio?
DiCaprio Meow.
Meow.
Not going to work here anymore.
For dogs, the name Calzone is up 211%.
What's up, sauce on the
them.
side?
Other trending names include poutine, pastrami, cauliflower, sardine, prosecco, Kelsey, plankton, and sandy cheeks.
Plankton.
Plankton is rad.
2 SpongeBob references.
Yeah. There you go. All right, let's get to some of your emails. RizShow 1057thepoint.com.
Emails brought to you by Kloss Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We have something for everybody. Just adding to the conversation about trauma centers. My mom had a bad fall and broke her C1 and C2 in her neck last month. And unfortunately, the only hospital nearby was a trauma 2. Remember we were talking about the difference between class 1, 2, 3s, whatever it was? Which meant that they didn't have the resources, technology, or expertise to take on her type of injuries after a near-death experience on the operating table. They realized their team of neurosurgeons also realized they could no longer manage her injuries and had to have her life flighted to Barnes, where there's obviously a Trauma 1 center. It makes a massive difference on a level of care depending on what level they are in and what they are actually able to do. Without a doubt, had we remained in Trauma 2 Center, my mom would not be here today. Now I've got a, quote, must include a Trauma 1 hospital within 30 minutes added to my house hunting.
Wow. That makes sense.
My wife is the same way. She's like, anytime we would ever consider moving, she's like, well, you need to be, near this or near
I never
that.
even thought of that.
Yeah.
I just look for a nice backyard.
To die in.
Yeah. Where can you bury me? Next.
Happy birthday, Riz.
Thanks.
I thought you guys would get a rise out of this situation. On Saturday, my daughter and my girlfriend were driving from Fenton back to Washington, where we live. They stopped for gas right around 44 and 141. My daughter was driving and was sitting in the driver's seat while the gas was pumping when a man started screaming at her and walking towards the car. He ordered my girlfriend, which was in the passenger seat, to get the F out of the car. She immediately told my daughter to lock the doors as the man charged towards the car, continuing to yell that they need to get out of the effing car while they pump their gas. My girlfriend refused to get out and yelled for him to go away. The argument continued. The man gave up finally and went back to the truck that he was parked on the side of the station, slamming equipment and screaming, "I hate this effing place." This shook my 15-year-old daughter up, as it was
The
her
guy
first
tried to open up the door to get her out of the car.
it was her first experience with a disgruntled adult. There's no place for civility in this world anymore, apparently. We've contacted, the oil company about this employee. It's an employee.
Oh.
And we'll fill you in with the results. Thanks, guys. Have a nice day.
Well, I'll tell you what. The guy's lucky he didn't get shot. Because you have somebody carrying and they try to open up the door to rip you out of the car.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there is that rule,
And
right?
they'd be justified for doing it.
It's like an unspoken rule or something where you're not. It's
Don't sit in the
supposedly
car.
yeah, it's supposedly not safe because you could gain a static charge that then will set the whole world on fire.
Okay, hypothetically, that could happen. How many instances of that happening are there actually?
I thought of that yesterday when I was filling up with gas because I remember my dad telling me that. He's like, don't sit in the car. Don't be rustling around in there. I'm like, what?
How
I'm
many
cold.
times has that happened?
I don't know.
In the history of people pumping gas?
More than 0, but here's it's one of those things. I'll raise my hand. I'll be the first one to admit. When it's freezing cold,
I went and sat in my car yesterday.
I get back in and I hear that rule. I hear it in my voice head. It goes blah, 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 and then I go, well, I'm breaking the rule today.
Yeah.
I went and pumped gas on, there was a gas station on 94 yesterday. I was out there. It was cold. I didn't have a jacket.
You break the
You
rule.
didn't have a jacket.
Do you think about it, though?
December. What's wrong with you? You're like one of these middle schoolers.
I know.
When you
Instead of vest, it was cold.
when you do it, do you think about? Oh, I'm not supposed to be doing this. I
No,
do
'cause
every time.
I think about how many times that's actually happened.
Yeah.
You're also not supposed to use your cell phone while you're pumping gas. That's another thing.
Yeah, supposedly you're not supposed to smoke.
And smoke.
either.
Exactly. That's what I was getting ready to say. Why would you yell at those people
Just find
first?
Apparently, you're not supposed to take a grill lighter and stick it down into your gas tank.
To see if it's full.
Okay. How many times has that caused a problem?
Dude, all I think about is the part in Zoolander when they're with the gas.
Spraying each other.
With the it's a Hall & Oates
Jitterbug.
Jitterbug, and they are just
No, it's
covering
Wham.
themselves with gas.
a couple,
Wham.
It's Wham.
just a couple
So
good friends
good.
having an innocent gasoline fight.
So this guy opens up the door and tries to take the woman out of the car. That is,
I always thought
that's wild.
I always thought the static charge thing was if you left your car running. That's the way I had always heard it. Like, don't let your car run. Don't let the engine run while you pump gas.
No, I think it's something to do with the like rubbing on the chair. You know, on the
Yeah, but I
seat,
thought
rubbing on.
I'd
rubbing
always
off.
heard the static charge wouldn't matter if the car was off.
Well, just touch something metal and get that
But I
static
just think it's
out.
all made up.
You're not going to light yourself on. Nothing's going to happen.
Oh,
Well, now you've done it. Now you've
yeah,
gone
come
and done
on.
it.
Somebody
Ah,
show me
you
the
don't.
numbers of you sitting in your car.
We're gonna
and
get a
the
flood of
whole
emails.
gas station blowing up.
yeah. The 15-year-old should have been screaming, "Show me the data!" At this
Also,
guy.
like in these times where people are getting carjacked left and right at gas stations, I mean, that's the first thing that would come to my mind. I wouldn't know that the person worked there or
Yeah,
whatever. It's
don't
like,
That's what I'm
approach him.
saying.
right. So you could get
She'd
yourself
be
killed.
justified in shooting the man.
Which would start a
Maybe
fire.
start a fire.
Exactly.
His last words were, "Told you so."
Dude, at a gas station, you're right, and everybody's always so on edge. Like that would be the last place I would ever even approach somebody. In fact, if I ever even have to use the trash can, if somebody's on the other side, I get weird just to make sure that
Oh,
they
yeah.
see me not being weird or sneaky.
I'm not making any weird sudden movements.
Right, like, hey, I'm very slowly moving this paper towel, of which I'm holding up in the air, to the trash can. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not.
I'm not the weird one.
I'm not a weird guy.
I just like to lean it out. Hello.
Hello.
Pumping gas, eh?
Get out of here.
All right, listen, we got to take a break. We'll come back. We'll do some sports. Listen. Hey, time's time, man. I can't stop
Time
time.
is time, man.
Time is.
Can't
I'll
stop
tell
time.
you what, man. Time
If I could turn back time, I'd be Cher.
Be a cool song.
is time.
You should come out to this on Saturday, Punk Rock Christmas. Like this should be the band's coming out onto the stage
This?
song.
a little surf
Crowd
rock.
pumped.
Yeah, get everybody all pumped up.
Surf rock Christmas, Washington.
Punk Rock Christmas. Don't forget 2 shows, part of our Ho Ho Show series at the pageant. Early shows at 3, late show at 8.
Yep, 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. Clownvis goes on. He's doing a show, and then he's the MC narrator, if you will. We've added a few special touches to this year's Punk Rock Christmas sets, and I'm very much looking forward to it. By the way, we are doing slightly different shows each time, so
Oh, buy
gonna be
tickets
fun.
for both.
yeah, special guests as well at each show.
All right. Maybe Santa going to be there?
Santa is going to be there.
Appearance by Santa Claus, kids.
That's right.
Hey, kids, if you're listening, tell your parents this would count as a good Christmas gift to buy your tickets. Mm-hmm. So this counts as one.
So you
As
want
a
to do
gift.
something with your family. Go, you know what, Mom? I'd really like to go to this concert with you.
Yeah, I will tell you something. If my daughter came up to me and said, Dad, buy me tickets so we could do something as a family, I would go, oh, my heart would melt.
There you go.
I would go,
Whatever you want.
What?
Then you'd ask, how much are they?
You wanna do something with your dad? You wanna hang out with me? Okay.
Gets you
She
right.
tried that with T Swift.
I couldn't get tickets for it.
But you can get tickets
She
for
was
this
using me.
Yeah, no.
at thepageant.com.
Dad, I'd really love to see Taylor Swift with you. It'll only cost you $9,000.
Yeah. This is way more affordable. And probably just as good, probably just as entertaining.
No doubt.
ThePageAnt.com. Mm-hmm. All right, here's sports. You want to do something with me? Really? Okay.
Yeah. You're right back on Santa's nice list.
All right, Moon.
Sports brought to you by Jack and Coke, the popular cocktail now available in ready-to-drink cans. Over the last few years, the Jets have really had the Blues number, but not last night. Kyrou scored twice. Holloway and then Robert Thomas added a goal each as the Blues handed the Jets their fourth consecutive loss. Joel Hofer made 22 saves, shutout bid spoiled by an extra attacker goal with 4:15 left in the third. Over the weekend, Houston Texans linebacker Azeez Al-Shaair delivered a devastating hit that we talked about yesterday to a sliding Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence, who had to be carted off the field. Now, he was thrown out of the game, Al-Shaair, that is, later ejected after a confrontation with Jaguars players, then turned ugly. Now, 3 days later, the NFL made its final ruling on the hit and announced that Al-Shaair will not be allowed to see the field for the next 3 games. The Vice President of Football Operations, John Runyon, announced a 3-game suspension for the vicious hit. Houston sits at 8-5 and closes out the 2024 regular season with games against several AFC playoff contenders. The Texans play the Dolphins, then the Chiefs, and then the Ravens, all which Al-Shaair will miss.
Yep, he will be missed.
Now, he did issue a statement earlier this week where he apologized to Lawrence. The Atlanta Falcons stated that they are sticking with Kirk Cousins at quarterback despite his recent struggles. Former NFL head coach Bill Belichick says he believes a bounce-back season for quarterback Aaron Rodgers is possible in 2025, which means that Bill's brain is more fried than Aaron's. In college football news, National Signing Day week has arrived as a majority of the big-time prospects will sign with their future program today, so keep an eye on that if you're interested. Let's swing over to Major League Baseball as all eyes are on Juan Soto this offseason as the free agent slugger could pick a team in as little as a few days. Now, mega agent Scott Boras signaled his client's free agency was entering its final stages while speaking to reporters, saying that he has already begun to eliminate teams for the process. What kind of money is Soto looking to bring in? Well, reports said that he has already gotten offers of at least $600 million from all of the remaining contenders. The teams currently known to be on him are the Red Sox, the Dodgers, the Mets, the Yankees, and your Toronto Blue Jays.
Right.
Okay.
I'm Moon, and that's your sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
All right, one final break. We'll come back and we'll wrap her up. All right, that is it for us. Thank you all for tuning in. Thanks to Benji Molina for coming by. Make sure you check out his charitable endeavor, Benji Molina's Christmas Toy Drive. Go to our socials and all the details are on there. Make sure you check out the clip of the day brought to you by Michael's Flooring. Moon, what is today's podcast title?
Benji Molina and the Handy Lake.
All right. What else you got?
Thepageant.com. Get your tickets. Saturday is going to be such a fun show, or such a fun day of 2 shows, 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. We'll have you out of there in 2 hours. Big show, Clownvis, and obviously the big super group. We do all the Christmas classics, hymns, everything, every Christmas favorite before you're totally tired of Christmas. It really was my favorite show of the entire year last year. And I'm trying to make it that for this year as well. We just have such a good time. It really is just spirit-filled, so fun. And it is family-friendly. People have been asking. It's a big party, but it is very family-friendly. Thepageant.com.
The Page Ant, if you need to know how to spell it.
That's right.
Learn.
You can just follow me on the socials if you want at Learn versus Radio. Thanks.
Okay, Rafe.
Follow me on the socials as well at I am Rafe Williams, and check out yesterday's number 2 show. It had Riz and Moon and Tim Convey and the Misfit Machine performance. It's great. We're going to put some clips out today, but if you missed out, you're like, I wish I had more Riz show. Well, we don't, but you can go do number 2 show. So go do that.
All right, thank you, Rafe. King Scott.
You can follow me at King Scott Rules, and if you want, tonight, tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, I'll be performing out at St. Louis Family Church for their Christmas production. It's really awesome, and every night is at 7 p.m. A matinee is Saturday at 3 p.m. And go to barnesandnoble.com and check out my Christmas book, King Scott and the Perfect Christmas.
All right. We leave you with a selection from our Teamers Member of the Day, brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, hotshotsnet.com. From Jefferson City, Missouri, Rodney Geip is our Teamers Member of the Day. And Rod, you want to hear this song? Here you go. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Energy up.
Shine down.